Hello. Thank you for joining us for the seventh. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Seventh session. I should know, but I can't count. Seventh session of Lawful Stupid's campaign, Isfjell. And before we delve further into this week's adventure, we do have a few announcements. First of all, if you stick around for about an hour after the stream ends, you can join Party Foul. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern and has been described as Party Foul, a D&D game. A D&D game called Party Foul. All other attempts to describe it have failed, so take from that what you will. And after that, tomorrow on Sunday, we have Eroth, which is an advanced D&D game at 10 a.m. Eastern, which will be 3 p.m. GMT. And that is an epic adventure with DM Mark. And then on Monday, we have the sci-fi themed campaign, Garden of Eden, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then following that, on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the second session of Lawful Stupid's newest campaign, Black Death, set in the world of darkness. And it really is great. They're not making me say that. It is. They're making me say that. Please help. And finally, to all our viewers, followers, and subscribers, we couldn't do any of this without you. Thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy what you're about to witness. And all our funding goes to support the purchase of Adair's very own Love Badger.
Far to the north, on the borders of the bitter ice, there lies a harsh and brutal land, a land with no space for the weak or the cowardly. Here, monsters dwell deep beneath the frozen peaks, and warriors venture forth on raids to bring back rare treasures from distant lands. It is a cruel land, but for them, it is home. And when a new threat rises, our heroes must take up arms and place their lives in the hands of Lady Luck, for the sake of their home, for the sake of Isfjell.
Oh, I've got to remember what I did last week.
And hello, everybody.
Welcome back. So, before we dive into tonight's session, just a little recap on what happened last week. So, last week, our players took a little bit of detour from the new normal day-to-day life in Isfjell and went looking for healer Sloane, who had disappeared seemingly through the mirrors in her house. And after a disturbing encounter with a second eldest, our party took a little venture through the mirrors into the world that lies beyond. There, they encountered copies of Cressara, of Ira, and of Torvald. They rescued healer Sloane, encountered a seller of things, and met a new companion, a fey creature named Olwen, who was brought back to the mortal plane by Cressara against Torvald's better judgment. Then...
Notice how she said better judgment.
Torvald's better judgment. I mean, it's phrasing. Don't read too much into
better.
It. And excuse the background explosions. Then they said their goodbyes to the people of Trellborough and bedded down for the night, planning to set off in the morning with a number of missions to take their new friend Olwen down to the safety of the village of Sorlandsby, and also to investigate what had become of Chael's sister Amalia and Aldous' brother Calder, who had set off 9 days earlier to go to Aldous' family home. Because, well, in the realm of mirrors, they did lose a little time. Enough time that the ever-eager Earl of Trelbro hosted a funeral for them and was so close to burning their precious cloud maiden. But luckily, was stopped before he could ruin all of their dreams. And speaking of dreams, we begin this session with a dare. A dare. In the moments before waking, your dreams are filled with visions. Visions similar to those you've seen before, the dreams that brought you to Trelbro and to Isfjell in the first place. You see, again, that glimpse of the shadow passing across the town of Trelbro, its great wings outspread. But after that, the vision changes. You see a castle made of crystal shrouded in a cloud of mist, and a figure standing in darkness, scrawling letters in the air trail gold sparks. See a glass staff shattering on the ground, and your boat, the Cloud Maiden, flying in empty blackness. And finally, in the moment before you wake, you catch a brief glimpse of an ancient twisted oak tree, struck by a bolt of lightning. You wake with a start to find yourself in the Earl's Hall of Trelbro.
Mom? Well, that would be what he'd say as he woke.
And shout probably its eldest who's off sleeping nearby.
I guess the shout of Mom startles me awake a little bit. But I snuggle into my cloak a little bit deeper and just lay there. Sindri is probably sleeping, curled up at my feet or whatever.
Sindri is not sleeping. Sindri is perched awake at Aldous' feet, watching you Adair.
I'm going to look over at Sindri, kind of in a bit of a cold sweat here. And by the way, we lost Chael, so the video's a little funky. She'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Sorry about that. And kind of lean in towards Sindri. So how much of that did you see?
Meow.
I know better than that, but whatever.
The cat just stretches, arches its back, and prowls out towards the edge of the hut, seemingly ignoring you, Adair.
Of course. Did I pick up any of the writing that was in the air? Could I make out what any of it said?
What languages do you speak, Adair?
I speak Common, Druidic, and Giant.
You don't understand the language it was written in. It's these strange sigils. If you want to try and work out what language it is, I'd say make me. In your case, it'd probably be a history check.
Okay. Because if I could passively perceive it.
I mean, you can see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being. So you said history. That would be a 13, ma'am.
13. It's not something you are familiar with. Okay. It's not anything you've seen much in use in the forests where you grew up, or in the edge of the forest.
Would I be able to maybe in the dirt floor? I assume we've got dirt in the floor in this place. Try to do a couple of the symbols with my finger and just make a mark of them, so that I could ask someone later while it's still fresh on my mind.
Make me an intelligence check. Let's see how accurate.
We're doomed.
How accurate you can get this.
we are doomed. Oh, wow. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Not so doomed after all.
The love badger wins. So.
You're making it a thing now. You'll never escape the love badger.
It's already a thing. I give up.
It's always a good sign when the DM opens up the monster manual.
Yeah, I feel really good now.
I'm just looking at something. Just browsing. But you managed to get a whole sort of line of the text copied out. These curling sigils.
Okay.
Sort of written out in the dirt of the hut. You get a slightly odd look from one of the other people waking up in the morning, but they just stick their head and just go.
I'm not sleeping in the rafters. They should be happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly normal. Yes, you managed to get a good line of this text copied out.
Okay.
No, it's not in there. Oh well. And so as you're waking in the main hall, down on the boat, because Ira, Torvald, and Chrysara had opted to sleep on the boat to keep a good watch. Chrysara is still fast asleep. She'll wake up at some point soon, hopefully. But Ira and Torvald, you find yourself coming awake. It's a cold morning. It's frost on the grass on the shores of the lake. Little edge of ice around the edge of Lake Blad. And as you wake, you think you hear something moving in the waters of the lake and swimming away.
Ira, did you see that?
See what?
That creature in the water.
I mean, there's a lot of creatures in the water, apparently, so... no, I didn't see it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I keep thinking it's one of those things that got Dave.
I know, it was unfortunate. I didn't expect to come face to face with anyone when I was down there, so when I did, it was rather terrifying. But I think we did the best we could, and that's good enough.
I agree.
I just hope when I'm trying to sail or fly, I don't feel anything weird. So.
Do you think you can fly this thing successfully?
Do I think I could fly this thing successfully? No. But do I want to believe I can? Yes.
Who do you think should do it?
Well, what do you mean for flying it? I think I should, if that's okay with everyone. I've been on boats all my life, really, and
well, that might give you an advantage.
Levitate. I don't know.
I think that's a good idea. You have the most practice as well, so I don't see a problem with it.
And I feel like the more that I do it, I think the more I'll be able to avoid the kind of getting stuck there. I feel its grip on me loosening each time, so hopefully it'll be to where I can just kind of sit there and leave at my choosing.
And I'll call for Thunderer's blessing before you do it next time. Hopefully that will help as well.
I'd really appreciate that.
Anything to help you, Moira. Or Ira. Your name's too close.
It finally happened. I was waiting.
A secret of Ira's backstory is revealed.
he just wants more Ira, so it's.
It's like the Adair all this thing.
Yeah.
Look, they're very similar. Both of them have dreams. Both of them have names beginning with A. They're both humans. That's practically the same person. All humans look alike to the great overlord.
All right. Yes, well, I appreciate that. Anything that I could do for you as well, know that you could always ask me. I've got some extra luck on my side, I at least like to think, so I'm always happy to help.
Well,
we have
keep that
anything
in
else?
mind for sure.
Good. Do we have
How's
anything
the
else
new
that we
armor
need to do?
fit?
Oh, the armor fits wonderfully. I love it a lot. I like that you kept it similar to my old one. I don't really like change too much. I mean, I do like change, but I'm scared of it. So.
I figured you had it like that for a reason, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to change it too much.
Thank you. It's beautiful. I like the extra bits and bobs to it, so it's nice.
It's a gorgeous medal we found on them.
It was very nice. So I'm excited to see how it does. Well, I'd prefer not to have to see how it does, but
Well,
sure.
I don't think we're going to be able to avoid that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, should we get going soon? I suppose we should go gather the others.
I was hoping that Grisara would be awake, but we'll let her sleep a little longer.
Yeah. Oh.
She's dead to the world.
Wow.
The world is broken.
Let's go find the others.
Yeah, Aldous and Adair were staying in town, I believe, so this will be a good chance to get any last minute supplies, I think.
Agreed.
Great.
So we'll head off to go find the others.
Yeah, so you head off up through the village, well, I guess town of Trellborough, up towards the Earl's Hall. There's a few people about doing jobs. You pass the Earl's wife, chivying a group of various servants and slaves to carry things for her. And there at the entrance to the hall, sort of watching and waiting for you, you see Aldous' familiar Sindri. Meow. Watching you. And inside the hut, Aldous, are you still curled up, or?
Oh yeah, I'm being very lazy today. Very lazy. I don't want to get out of the bed. I don't,
Yes. And Adair seemingly writing in the dirt. And Ira, you can read what he's writing. I mean, some of the letters are slightly off, but it's recognizably celestial.
Ooh.
And some of the letters are slightly differently formed to the forms of celestial you've seen before. But what Adair has just finished writing in the dirt says, "Before there was light, there was darkness. Before there was chaos..." No, sorry, say that again. Before there was light, there was darkness. Before there was order, there was chaos. Before... And then it just stops.
And this is
Watch where you step. Watch where you step, Ira.
Yeah.
Adair, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look up at her. Be careful where you step. I had a newer dream, and this writing was in it, and I'm doing the best I can to copy it. Does it mean anything to you?
Yeah, of course it does. It's celestial. Do you not know celestial?
No, I'm afraid that's not something I've ever had reason to study.
Oh, I thought that was common knowledge.
I believe that common is common knowledge.
Oh, that would make sense. Silly me, I mixed them up. Before there was light, there was darkness. Is the first line.
Well, that's obvious.
Before there was order, there was chaos.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm afraid that's all I can remember.
Oh,
That's all you really saw clearly, because it was just a brief glimpse, and the figure in the dream was still writing.
So whoever was writing this hadn't finished it, and that's as much as I was able to get.
That's unfortunate. Because all they wrote were things that we already know.
It's
Ira,
not...
do you remember those words? Is there anything you remember about them?
About before there was light, there was darkness?
Aye.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Would you like to make me some kind of check?
Yes. I would love to do that.
Make me a religion check, please.
Got it. Oh, actually, hold on.
Or Arcana, depending on which you prefer.
I'll do religion, probably. Yes. Actually, yes. So religion, that will be a 17.
It's not something you've ever read associated with any of the religions that are commonly followed in Chorus, or with that of Lady Luck.
Mm-hmm.
But you've seen it somewhere on some texts one of your many cousins brought back from a trading expedition out to the west.
Which continent was to the west again?
It's the same continent that Isfjell is on, just further along to the west.
Oh, got it.
Where there's lands known for strange cults and dark magics.
Mm.
We can't catch a break, can we?
Of course not. Have you met our DM? Do you know what she does? All right.
Have you met Tis?
All right. Off the top of my head, no, but off a little lower on my head, I've seen it before. I'd say most likely, like it seems cultish to me. I mean, it's true, but the repetition, and it's ominous. So, I can't really tell you more than that, though. But it comes from the west, I believe, based on travels from trading.
Well, that's certainly more than we had before. Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
Does that help at all, Adair?
I don't know how much. I mean, again, I'm trying to put it all in context in my mind, because you know how dreams are. They don't, and especially nightmares. There was the ship was flying, but it wasn't in the sky. It was dark. And something about a glass staff that, and a castle, a crystalline castle.
Well, the sky does get dark at night, so it could still be the sky, just at night.
Did it seem like a night sky, DM?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. I don't recall any stars being mentioned in the dream to me, but it's possible.
No, I don't recall any stars, but
let me ask you
it was
this.
either endless void or nighttime.
Was the staff half full or half empty?
I think it might have been half broken.
Well, that would explain the missing text.
But what's unsettled me the most at the moment is the tree.
Was the crystalline castle similar to the other plane type place that we were in the mirrors?
Let me
Aldous
check
is
my
going
memory.
to sit up.
Okay.
Aldous is going to sit up. That does sound like where we were yesterday.
Let me check my memory. I call my memory Tis.
Crystal had a similar quality and a similar sort of color and shade to that which you saw in the realm beyond the mirrors, yes.
It's, now that you mention it, it did have some similarities to it. That same kind of coloring. I guess we should ask our new friend if it means anything to her. But I don't know. Maybe more will come back to me later, but that's all I remember at the moment.
Aldous stands up from the seated and then shakes out her cloak.
Which, of course, erases my writing.
You said something about a tree.
Yes, a large oak tree in the Hexog forest. It just has some meaning to me, and it's probably just something that my mind put in the dream.
Oh, here. She rummages inside of her bag and pulls out a piece of paper and some ink and a quill. Here, you can use this for writing.
And Adair will attempt to write it again. Or actually, he's going to look at it and go, Ira, maybe you could write it better. If it's worth keeping.
Sure. You mean what you were just writing? I mean, it's in the noggin.
Your hand would probably do better writing it than mine. If you don't think if you know what it is and you don't think it's important, that's fine.
I mean, if you dreamed about it and it's in relation to the boat, then I think it's rather important because I tend to be the boat. So I can write it down. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
See, you're jotting down the celestial phrase. Before there was light, there was darkness. Before there was chaos, there was order. Before... ... Without the ... obviously.
It's the dots. It's the dots.
I was going to say, I can read the ... dots.
It's ... common.
You see, like, a bigger writing and going... But... Yes. So, with this phrase copied, and yesterday you said most of your goodbyes in Trellbro, I believe. Dealt with any final business. What is your next step?
Well, they say you should follow your dreams, so maybe we should check that out.
I don't think we can fit the boat through Healer Sloane's closet.
That sounds like a challenge. Well, we have to go to drop off our new friend here.
Your new friend is down on the boat with Chrysara currently.
Oh, gee.
That's where Chrysara is dead now.
So we should probably do that first. It'll be a good test flight for the boat as well.
Did we get more rope?
Would you like to purchase some more rope?
Do you not trust me?
I think it's still tied to my waist. Technically, I never remember. It's a rope. I just been walking around with the rope.
It's a new fashion in Isfjell, like the rope belt.
Yep. This is a 50-foot rope just trailing.
Was there anything else we do need? I don't think Healer Sloane's had time to make health potions or anything. So, I don't know. Maybe Felix has some potions once we get there?
It's
yes, you've got... Yeah, your boat's well loaded with supplies, because as apology for the early funeral, the Earl had stocked up your boat. Partly in order to try and get you to leave town. You believe?
He's done with us.
Included in the supplies on the boat, I'll say there are 2 further coils of rope.
Okay.
I was going to give you a list of the full boat supplies, and then I forgot, so it's still on my to-do list.
So now we have whatever we want.
You want.
Within reason. Within reason, if it's a reasonable supply.
What's this magical axe doing here? Oh,
It's cursed.
oh.
Okay.
You You could have any item you wish on the boat, but the unbelievable of the item increases the drastic curse.
I will take my chances. Vaporal sword.
The whole world explodes.
Oops.
I would like a deck of cards. Many cards.
Get-
Cards of many
You get a
things.
deck of many cards, and then the whole world explodes. Not connected in any way. Right. So,
Breakfast. I grab whatever's on the table and I take it with me. I'm eating as I walk.
alright, so you gather breakfast and head down towards your boat. Seated on the shores of Lake Blad, you can see this elegant silhouette, the silvery wood of the Cloud Maiden. Kosara sort of asleep under one of the benches, and your new companion Olwen sat sort of on the prow of the boat, kicking her feet back and forth. Beneath her, this small patch of ice where the lake has frozen solid around the prow of your boat. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Here, have an apple.
Oh, thank you.
Frozen apple. Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you meant to be that hard?
No.
Olwen, what do you usually eat?
Oh, this and that. Anything that wanders into my path, pixies.
That's not the answer I was hoping for or expecting, but thank you for answering.
You not eat pixies here?
I certainly hope not. Do you guys?
No. I am taking one of the other apples that I have, and I cut it up into smaller bites, and then I trade her. The smaller frozen pieces are easier.
Oh, they're sweet.
They melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Yes, much. They don't melt in my mouth.
Well then.
Eating these frozen apple slices. Much nicer than pixies, actually. Yes. Thank you. Are we going? She won't wake up.
Or how close did you sleep to her?
Other side of the boat. She started to get very cold, and they got worried. If humans get very cold, they stop waking up. Did you know that?
Yes.
Like bugs.
Like bugs?
I think so. I'm not a human. I wouldn't know.
It's not really like bugs.
Oh,
It kills you.
that's not like a bug then.
You're not a human, then?
Me? No.
Oh yes, you said you're a blue person.
Yes.
You're not a fairy though either, are you?
No, I am. I'm just. I don't think I think someone said I was a genasi once. I've always kind of been treated like a human, but obviously I'm different. So.
Yes, I know what he is. He's a dwarf.
Yes, he really is.
Aye. And you certainly talk more than most of the blue people I've ever known.
Me?
Aye.
Well, what other blue?
They normally
people
don't
have you
talk at
known?
all.
You've
because
known
they've
other...
frozen to death.
Oh. I haven't frozen to death, and I hope I never do.
And Olwen sort of leans over towards Aldous and goes, "Is that what you mortals call a joke?
Yes.
Am I supposed to laugh?"
It's only a joke if you know what the Blue Man Group is.
Ira doesn't want to freeze to death, but she might consider joining the Blue Man Group. I don't know.
You can if you find it funny.
She's so cute.
Is that right?
That's close. Don't worry about it. Ira, do you want to sit in the chair?
Do you want me to sit in the chair?
Well, how else are we going to go to Sorlandsby?
Are we going right now?
Does everybody want to go right now? I mean...
Let's head out. Cressara will wake up at some point.
Okay. I was going to run to the chair and sit down.
Adair at this point is still standing on the dock. He hasn't stepped onto the deck yet.
Oh, you better do that soon, buddy.
Ira, wait.
Yes. She
Before you
freezes.
sit down, Torvald's gonna walk over and put his hand on Ira's shoulder and say, Thunderer, bless Ira in her endeavor to fly this boat. Guide her on the wind. And you see just sparks of electricity go through Torvald's hand and over Ira's body, and she gets guidance.
Cool.
Yes.
Guidance.
It's a D4. Actually,
Yeah. You add a D4 to. Is it just checks or is it also saving throws?
Oh, I don't. That's a good question. Let me check.
It is
It's probably just checks.
to one ability check of choice.
And it lasts for a minute.
Yeah, up to 1 minute.
Okay, so it might still apply to the fly the boat check. But first, as you sit down in this silvery chair, Ira, you feel you're getting more controlled and more practiced at this.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I can do that.
Wait, Adair, why are you still standing on the dock?
And he's going to point down to the prow of the boat that is frozen into the lake. And I'm afraid you might end up taking some of the lake with you.
Well, it'll probably melt.
A frozen boat.
It's almost as if someone told you this was going to happen.
He'll very unhappily step onto the deck of the boat, but he is he is going to be very hesitant about it. He definitely does not want to be on the boat at this point.
What did you get, Ira? In your wisdom saving throw.
I got a 16, and that I haven't used the guidance yet. I didn't use the guidance on that.
Yes.
It's not on a saving throw.
It's not
It's
an
ability
saving.
checks.
Oh, it's ability check. Ha ha.
But
Well,
you were
then I
able
double didn't use it.
But it looked cool.
Yes, you are able to maintain control over yourself as you sit down in this chair. You can feel the boat, but you can also feel yourself, and you are aware that they are two separate entities. And as you feel, you can feel the cold of the ice around the prow of the boat. It's like as though you'd like dip your toes into an ice bath.
Ira doesn't like the cold. Cool, great. So, I can speak, right? Did we establish that?
You can speak, yes. You can speak. You can interact.
Great.
You are
Okay. I'm in the chair, and I can get out of the chair.
Well, that's certainly good.
Yes.
It's a good start.
Do we want to just go for it, or should we start off in the water?
I would say just
Is
try
it
to
there on the
take off.
boat?
Let's try going straight up. There's nothing up there to hurt us that way, so.
Is everyone on the boat? Did Adair get on the boat?
I'm on the boat, Ira.
Okay, she's gonna go up. At least
All
attempt
right.
to.
So, make me what would essentially be make me a charisma check.
A charisma check. That would just be the straight modifier, correct?
Plus guidance.
Plus
Excellent.
guidance. Actually, no. I
Cool.
think we still added proficiency. As
So
to
it
their-
would
oh,
be
yeah.
as if it
Yeah.
were a saving throw?
Yeah. As if it were a spell attack, which I don't think
Wow.
you actually do much of as a paladin. So
Just a +2.
If it's for saving throw and I have proficiency, then it would be a +4.
Yeah. You had
Cool.
+2 on top of
Yeah.
whatever your bonus is.
yeah.
Great. Oh, well, that's good because that was bad.
And
so
you get the guidance, which is the D4 as well.
I'm gonna need it. So I got a 5 on the roll. +4 is 9, and then a D4. That's 11.
Okay, so mark off one first level spell slot.
Can do.
Spend it in this effort. The boat gives a little shudder from side to side, but remains solidly on the water.
I've only got 3 of those.
We really
Ugh,
should
I don't have many spell slots now that I'm looking at it.
we should have had Aldous do this so she could just rest after we get somewhere.
Well, I mean, I can try.
You can certainly try.
So nothing happened, huh? I just kind of wiggle a little bit.
It just didn't quite work. You didn't quite connect enough with it. You didn't. Not quite there. Not quite first try.
Torvald's gonna put his hand on her shoulder and say, "Thunder, I really mean it this time." So the sparks go through, but this time, you see it go over her and the whole boat because she's connected.
Right.
This is out of character. What is the name of your god?
Thunderer.
Thunderer? Okay.
He is the god of war and lightning
Cool.
And thunder.
and thunder.
Cool.
And axes.
And rock and roll.
And axes, yes.
Wow.
And rock and roll when they invent that.
I
Okay,
think the boat just did.
Okay, so guidance again. And then, yes, so I will go ahead and make another. I will attempt one more time. Last time I was very excited and just wanted to jump, so this time I'm gonna really think about it and then really try to just kind of ease off as if I was levitating. And let's see. Charisma. That's not better. So that's gonna be, hold on. That's a 13. It's 2 points better.
No, this
Ugh!
person. 3
That was
hours.
That was
spell
another
slot
skull
gone.
slot.
Yeah.
I have one more.
Maybe it's the extra weight, Ira. Should I get off the boat?
I doubt that's the problem.
Just turn into a
Okay.
badger and you'll lose some pounds.
What's she doing? Is this an exciting chat?
Her best. Okay. All right. One last time.
She's trying to make the boat fly in the air.
Last time.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, do we have the oars on the boat still from previously, right?
Yes, I believe you brought some oars onto the boat after the last incident.
I am going to take one of the oars and see if I can chip the ice that's stuck to the front of the boat.
Okay.
Yes, because that's the problem.
Make me a strength check to de-ice your boat. You've always got to de-ice it in the morning before you take off.
A 6.
It's just taking you a while, and yeah, you feel it's going to take you a good time to de-ice this boat. You'll get it.
I'm still doing it, and we'll see what happens.
So, as Aldous de-ices the boat, Ira, what are you doing?
Yes, I'm gonna try again. All right.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna.
put my hand on her shoulder. Like, all right, Thunderer. 3rd time's the charm.
All right.
Third time lucky.
Maybe you should be praying to your god of luck.
All right. Well,
My god's good at
that's-
thunder and
Um.
fighting stuff with axes.
That's a 12. So no, I got an 11, I got a 12, and I got a 13.
Welcome to Isfjell. Wow, is it the boat attempting to...
It's animal handling all over again.
The boat is an animal.
The boat just sits there.
Do you want me to try? Are you even trying?
Yes, probably. I mean, we can get to Sorlandsby without flying. I'm pretty sure I could just go through the water.
But we have to do it at some point. We have to figure it out.
Well, yes, but maybe today just isn't the day.
You can use higher levels of spell slots should you wish.
She doesn't have any. Anyway.
I only have 3 first level spells.
I forgot you're.
Yeah. I mean, I have levitate that I can cast without using a spell slot, just because I know it.
Yeah, it's only on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
I just float out the chair.
As you and your boat are connected, you could attempt to try and levitate the boat, but.
Well, if I levitate, I don't know if I'd be able to get anywhere.
Why don't we let Aldous give it a try?
In the name of flying, sure, but in the name of my pride, that hurts, and I'll stand up, and I will go sit somewhere else.
I will stop chipping at the ice that really hasn't done anything, and I'll set the oar down, and then I'll go and I'll sit in the chair.
All right, make me a wisdom saving throw.
15 plus 3, so that's 18.
You maintain control of yourself and of your senses.
But this is my first time connecting to the boat as well.
And you feel the boat. You feel the water beneath you. There's still cold traces of the ice around the prow of the boat. You can feel the people standing on the boat, the different weight of their footsteps, from the iris or quite light footsteps to Torvald and Adair, and then these sort of moments of almost like someone touching you with ice cubes, where Olwen walking across the surface of the boat.
Feeling. This is a strange feeling.
Well, you're still with us. That's good.
What do I need to do to try to make this fly? Think about like being a bird or something? Wait, where's Sindri?
Meow.
Do you want to come on the boat too?
The cat sort of hops across onto the boat.
Okay.
Torvald's gonna put his hand on all this and say, I don't really know what to say, but maybe try thinking about flying, I guess.
Wait, like a kite? Or yes, like a kite. I'll try like a kite. I'm gonna close my eyes tight and I'm gonna think about trying to be a kite and see if that works.
Okay, mark off a level 1 spell slot and make me what would be like essentially a spell attack. So a charisma roll with proficiency. Come on. 4th time lucky. That common saying, they say 4th time lucky.
4th time's a charm.
Yes. Okay. So, that was a 12 plus my 6, so that's an 18.
Plus
do I use
D4.
I am going to use the D4.
Well, you don't.
Wow. Okay. Humble brag. Why not?
That's a 1, so a 19.
Okay. So, Ira, you watch as, firstly, Aldous sits in your chair.
This is the first time she's ever sat in the chair, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And secondly, you feel sort of this hum spread through the boat. And Aldous, you feel the sail filling with the wind that's not there. And the rest of you feel the weight of shift beneath your feet as dripping water and weed off the underside of the Cloud Maiden. The boat begins to rise up.
The boat that's named after me.
Shedding water, so a few chunks of ice dropping off it down into the lake as the boat just starts rising upwards. And you can see the gap between you and the surface of the lake increasing, and sort of the trellbro arranged on the shore, and several sort of locals just stopping what they're doing, just staring as this ship rises upwards into the air.
And
I'm afraid Ira's gonna smite me down, but she's out of spell slots.
I'm gonna grab new dice. One moment.
Adair is going to grip the side of the boats and mutter, "Oh gods," as the boat takes off.
It's still rising.
And I'm thinking of a kite going up and up and up.
It sort of sways a little, and I want one of you to roll me a d8, please. Any of you. Whoever wants to do it first.
AKA a date. I rolled an 8. Oh, that's a D10. I cheated. That's a D10.
I was going to say the 0 looked a little odd on there, but you know.
It's a 5.
Professionals here. 5. Okay. 1, 2. So the wind is blowing from the south. As this boat rises up and Aldous thinks like a kite, you find yourself drifting up northwards. Up, away from the lake, until you're now starting to drift above Trellbro itself.
Ira, are you seeing this?
I peek my eye open to see what's going on.
I assure you, I'm seeing it.
Apparently the trick is to think like a kite, whatever that is.
Well, I've never owned a kite, so I wouldn't know.
What direction are we going? I can't...
At the moment, it seems to be up, Aldous. Do you have to keep going up?
I will stop thinking about the kite going higher.
Okay, so what are you thinking about now?
Like a kite holding steady?
Make me another charisma check. This gets easier as time goes by, and once you learn the workings of the boat, all this palaver may not be necessary. But until then...
That's a 10.
The boat starts going down.
I think about going up again. Up again.
Okay. I think about the kite going up again.
Roll. This is
Torvald's gonna put his hand on her shoulder. I'm just gonna leave my hand on her shoulder and just keep.
That's a 16.
Okay, you're going up again. It's fine. It's bobbing up like a... You're still drifting northwards as well in the wind.
Wait. Okay, so where...
You can see beneath you now the Great Hall of Trellbro.
Oh, wait. Is that... Where are we? Okay, so I'm thinking about the kite, maneuvering it into a different direction.
You're doing great.
That was so bitter.
You're doing a good job. Oh, was it? I couldn't tell.
Are you okay, Ira?
I'm fine. I'm excited that we're flying. It's very fun.
Do I hear the sarcasm in her voice?
I'll leave that up to you and your judgment of whether Aldous would notice it.
Probably not at this moment. I am going to I'm still thinking about trying to maneuver the boat back over the water. So thinking about pulling the kite, by the string and trying to make it go in a different direction.
All right, come on. This time. All right. One more check. Come on. Well, maybe one more unless you crash the boat.
That's a 17 plus 6.
Plus a D4.
So you drift. You're heading back over the lake now, against the wind. So in your own, you can see that the wind is still blowing the trees on the shore, but it seems almost as if the Cloud Maiden is protected by its own little bubble and pocket of still air. You don't feel the wind rushing by as you're moving southwards now towards Lake Blad.
Okay. Okay, so we need to go to Sorlandsby, but I want to stay over the water just in case. So I'm thinking that we're a boat kite and we're flying over the water going towards Sorlandsby.
Okay. So Sorlandsby from Trellbro is sort of a southwest, following the top end of Lake Blad, where it goes upriver to Mansion Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say your original roll is enough to get you on the start of that journey as you start gliding out, heading in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Aldous seated in this silver chair. Grisara weirdly still fast asleep under the bench. Olwen sort of peering over the side of the boat. It's a long way down.
Is it?
Yeah. I wonder if we'd all die if we fell from here.
Oh no. I think of pulling the kite down closer to the ground. So we go down. I don't know how fast that goes.
You're going down?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to hit the ground. It's like reeling in the kite a little bit.
All right.
All in with this kite thing. We're just all in.
Reeling with this kite metaphor.
You just take it and run with it. That's all.
Make me a check. We're almost at the point where you've figured this out and got it in your head, but
that's a 30-20.
So you're down, sort of following the line of the water. You see sort of a pale, dark-haired face just peers out the water and looks up at you. Did you sail on by? Or fly on by? As you head onwards, away from Trellbro, the town fading into the distance, and out across the lake, and heading towards Sorlandsby. So, time passes. Boat sailing along. See the trees and the autumn colours along the shore. It's a beautiful day. How far up from the water are you sailing?
Maybe 2 standard building heights. So
how many stories do the standard buildings have?
1.
Okay. 1 short person, 2 short person, 3 short. So I'll say you're about 60 feet up. Yeah?
That works for me. Yeah, 60 feet.
Yes. Excuse me if that's not quite 2 standard buildings worth. Feet is not my native language.
No worries.
A story is about 10 feet. So that'd be 6 stories, roughly.
Okay, I was making my stories a little big. I'll say that's, 40 feet. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not good at estimating feet.
Which
No
is
worries.
great in our system that's divided in 5-foot cubes.
I know! Everything is in random fantasy units that no one in the real world would dream of using.
Okay. So yeah, we're following the lake down towards where Sorlandsby is, which turns into a river, and then it turns into a lake again.
Yes. He's sailing. I don't know if the map's up for their benefit, but if you just sailing along sort of to the top end of this lake, I'll stick a little boat token on for your benefit. Not to scale.
That's a big boat.
Not to scale. But yeah. As for reference, sailing away, sailing along. The rest of you, as Aldous is focused on sailing the boat, are you up to anything other than enjoying the beautiful, beautiful day?
Yeah, Torvald's gonna walk over to Ira because she looks grumpy over there.
I've gathered every single shade of blue dice that I have. Come join me. It's more than I realized.
It's quite beautiful, isn't it, Ira?
So there's a there's a car. Yes, it actually it is pretty nice up here.
Well, at least you're not having to do all that work flying the boat, and you can enjoy it.
I suppose.
And rest.
That's it. I suppose. It is nice. I might I might just enjoy taking it easy, I suppose. Maybe I was wearing myself out, and that's why it wasn't working.
There'll be plenty of time for that.
I just I don't know. I thought I just wanted to do something good for everyone, and it didn't work. But I'm proud of Aldous. I'm glad she's doing well, so I won't let jealousy get in the way or anything like that.
You do plenty for us. Don't you worry about that.
I hope so. I just want to be useful, I suppose. And I'm so used to being in a village and helping everyone, and now I'm in a party where everyone can kind of help themselves. So just try to stay a force of good.
I agree, but we all help each other. You're just not really seeing it right now because it's upsetting when you try to do something and you can't.
Yeah. We've had a good amount of good moments though, and I think looking on it, I have done good, so I will be positive. In fact, if you'd like, I'm kind of tired, so I might take a little nap, but afterwards we could dance just because the weather's nice. You still owe me one.
Indeed. That sounds nice. We can dance if you want to. We can leave our friends behind.
I knew you'd do it! Ship is cancelled!
The ship disappears underneath you.
Not that one!
So, after about an hour, you leaving Trelbro, Aldous, I need you to make me a concentration saving throw, please. Concentration. Just, to make sure you concentrate. You're not doing anything important at the moment, right?
I don't know.
I rolled a 2.
The rest of you feel this lurch in your stomach as gravity takes over. And not at full falling speed, but you feel the boat start to go down quite fast. Beneath you can see the churning waters of the river. As the boat is falling.
Aldous, do something.
Oh, what happened? Kite. I'm really... Kite, up.
Mark me up another level 1 spell slot.
Torvald's gonna rush
And make
over
a
and
check to
grab
see
her
if you can
shoulder
save
again.
this guy.
I'm asleep.
You're asleep?
I'm taking a nap, baby.
Okay, so that was another charisma, right?
Yes.
So that's,
And a level 1 spell slot to keep it afloat.
yep, I am out of spell slots now. That's an 18 plus 6, so that's 24. Yeah.
Sort of a bare few feet off like the rocks and the flow of the stream below, the boat stops falling and resumes its previously drifting movement.
Ugh. Well, I'd imagine that Krasara didn't sleep through that.
Oh no, is she sick?
No, but
I did give her I did give her some of the Earl's magic water.
Magic water?
Yes,
What are you
it-
talking
it-
about?
And she reaches around and pulls a bottle out from under one of the benches. See, look.
And she does this and it's frozen, so it doesn't actually slosh
Yes.
around.
Actually, no, it's still sloshing about. Whatever's in it doesn't seem to have frozen yet. It's
Oh my
slowly-
god, it's potent.
That's terrifying.
Potato water, I think.
Let me have a look at that. I better take a closer look.
I'm sorry, child. Yeah. Actually, look at it. That very potent alcohol.
I will save that one for later. I'll put it in my bag.
There's a little tag on it that says, "Don't drink this all at once."
Well, at least you
Sigmund.
followed the directions.
Yes. You sail onwards. On either side, on your left, you see the moors stretching out, and on your right, the peak of the mountain known as Werven Crest, sort of rising up against the sky. Occasionally, you see a dark shape or something fluttering around it. As the boat sails up and along, you see the valley starts widening out. And up a little bit from the lake, the village of Sorlandsby comes into view. A small cluster of houses.
As soon as it comes into view, I'm like, okay, I think I'm done flying. I'm going to try to maneuver the boat back into the water.
Yeah, you can just
And yeah, use the momentum of us flying and then going into the water to keep the boat moving forward.
yes. Down is easier than up, and forward is easier than backwards. So I'll say you can easily manage to sort of bring the boat gliding back down onto the surface of the lake.
I really hope the boys don't see this. We'll be answering questions for days.
Flying boat! Flying boat! Flying
Oh.
boat! And you see two figures running down the bank towards you, and you see the recognizable form of the twins, Modi and Magni, waving at you. Hey! It's them!
Aye,
Ira!
it's us.
Ira! Ira!
How long was the boat ride? The short rest is 2 hours?
1 hour. Yes, you were
Oh,
able
it's
to
1
take
hour?
a short rest. Yes.
Ah! Take short rest. Confirm. Oh, hello. Funny seeing you again, huh?
Hey! Someone told us you were dead.
Someone told you that I was dead?
Yeah. One of the farmers went up to Trellborough, and they said you were dead, but we didn't believe him because, I mean, it had to be like a massive monster or something to kill you.
Yes. So that was incorrect. I was not dead. I was just in what I believe was a different realm.
A different realm? What's a realm?
There was like crystals and stuff. and there was a mirror version of myself, and I didn't kill it, but someone else did, and it was terrifying.
Oh, that sounds cool. Like a twin.
Yes.
You killed your twin, and you see the twins look at each other.
I didn't, because it freaked me out, but someone else did. Oh, I didn't realize the connotation there. Don't think about that. Keep fighting dishonesty.
We killed dishonesty.
Oh, right, you did.
New monster to kill.
Okay. Well, your new monster to kill. Your new monster to kill is jealousy.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Where does a jealousy live?
A jealousy lives inside of me.
To kill you?
Whoops. What's the Isfjell equivalent of Freud?
Dave.
Ira.
Dave.
The twins just look at each other, and one of them has like this little stick sword and just gives a little poke towards Ira.
It's dead. You killed it. Good job.
Are you coming back to stay?
I'd like to make a check to see if she's lying about it being gone.
Oh no. That's
I believe
insane,
at this point we've come to a stop, right? Right outside.
Yes, yeah.
I am going
Right
to
at the bottom.
I'm getting out of the chair. I'm done. I'm gonna collapse and I'm gonna go lay down next to Crisara. I'm gonna just pass out.
Well, I guess flying a boat takes a lot out of you.
apparently. Even just attempting to fly a boat takes a lot out of you, so.
It's not so easy being a rider on it either.
Yes, well, though flying is convenient, I think we should only use it when necessary. I think it would be a lot easier and healthier for any of us that are in the chair. Because any of us can be in the chair. We should all share.
I think I'm fine not participating in that particular action.
That's great too.
Once was enough for me. I think I'll be okay. Letting at least the two of you. You might need to fight Crisara for it as well.
That's
My
fine.
boat.
It was like Crisara piping.
Not
Amazing how well you capture her character.
What can I say?
Where's my boat, Earl? I'm going to kill you. I'm going to hit you with my hammer. Done.
Very good. Well, Magni, Modi, your new monster. Now that you've already killed Jealousy, you did a wonderful job. Thank you.
Did they though?
Torvald, what's a different monster?
How about deception?
Ah. Okay.
That
Go
also lives
ahead.
inside you.
Ira is very flustered. She's going to.
Can we have a monster that like lives in a forest or a dark cave or something? More fun.
Yes, that monster is going to be Torvald making fun of me. And Ira's just gonna walk off. Not in any direction in particular. She's just trying to leave. And she's just gonna walk in a straight line somewhere else.
The monster is called the Jester. He spreads fun and catches lots of flack for it. You can find him in the forest.
Oh, all right.
But don't let him make you laugh, or else you might enjoy yourself. You've got to be very serious.
Does he do anything scary? Like eat children or
No,
eat? No.
it just makes you laugh.
Let's go kill the monster that makes people happy.
Apparently it offends people, so should go get it.
And they head off to kill the monster that makes people happy. Olwen sort of drifts over from the boat. Those are strange little children.
Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
I'm not a kettle.
Agreed.
And you see there are a couple of adults making their way down towards the shore, clearly drawn by the arrival of a flying boat. And you see Garen and Leaf and Katla, all with sort of farming tools in hand, held warily in front of them as they make their way down towards the shore. And
Adair, you want to take this one?
I'm not sure what you're expecting me to do, but I'll try.
friend or foe? One of them calls down from the top of the hill.
He's Adair's going to look around the boat and think about it for a moment. It's Ira's boat. We're friends.
Oh, good. We thought you might be the strange raider people.
No, we're not raider people.
Is it the Badger Man?
No.
He prefers the love badger.
God.
And they make their way down, closing the gap between them, sort of a bit more relaxed now they've realised it's you and not the original owners of the boat.
We have
I
a
heard you were
guest.
dead.
Oh. The rumors of our death are greatly exaggerated.
Seems that way. And Garen looks around and goes, "Where's the angry one?"
She's taking a nap.
Oh, good. Because I'm all out of wood to chop.
Yeah, I think she'll rest fine. If you don't mind, maybe you could tie us off so the boat doesn't drift.
Sure. Does it drift up? Sideways?
I'd tie it well, just to be safe.
Right. Katla? Come and give me a hand. Yes, Pa. And Katla and Garen go to tie at the boat.
Where is Olwen during all this?
Olwen
I'd
is sort
ask.
of hanging around, sort of looking at them, watching them, and you see Katla and Garen don't seem to have paid her much heed yet, but Leaf is looking at her sort of, "And who's this one you brought us? Is this one of your cousins, Ira?"
Excuse me?
This pale, weird, I mean,
Oh,
no offense, young lady, but is she some relative of yours or something?
no, she's not. We look similar, but the difference is I am composed partially of wind, and I think she's frozen. Don't
Right,
think about
well,
it too hard.
I'll just let it go, it's fine.
I was going for that.
I purposefully did not, because I knew that was going to happen. My brain went there.
It's a problem. It's in your head now. Admit
I
it.
start singing in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better come on up then. What brings you back to Sorlandsby, Ira?
Well, actually, this frozen lady, we were hoping to leave in your care. She was going to take over not your care specifically, but just the village in general. As you can tell, she's not like most people, so we thought here might be a good fit for her. And so she was
Oh.
going to live in my home while I go and journey with my friends.
Well, she definitely isn't any odder than the rest of us, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, as long as she's not got any problem with goats or...
No. She might freeze Eric a little bit, so I'd maybe keep her away from him.
You don't have any pixies, do you?
Not that I know of.
All right, well, you won't.
Well, that's good. Well, I know of pixies. They cause an awful lot of trouble, tangle your hair in knots and all that. Tipping cows over and all sorts of nonsense.
Well, yes. Well, I think Olwen could potentially be a great resource to you all. Olwen, do you have any special skills?
Like maybe with a bow staff or something.
Yeah. Do you know how to fight?
I never really had to fight much. I can freeze things.
That's wonderful.
I know some spells.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I have a spell that freezes things. I can make people scared of me, but I don't like to do that.
Well, Olwen, when I lived here in Sorlandsby, a lot of the people who live here are like us, right? People like humans don't really always take kindly to us because we're different. And this is a great place for you to be because everyone here is different and very fun and eccentric. And I think you'll enjoy that. But when I was here, I took up the position of kind of like a protector. And I just made sure that everyone was okay and didn't fight with each other too much. And so now, if you're comfortable, that could be what you do.
You want me to protect these people?
To the best of your ability, sure. Just make friends, take care of each other. It's a happy community. You don't really have concept of money, I don't think, which is totally fine, because here we just kind of trade things. We have a hall where we barter. So if you're into crafts or anything, I have tons of craft supplies in my hut. I like to try things. I'm not very good at any of them, but there's yarn and stuff. So if you make anything, you could go trade it for other things.
So I stay here, I keep them all safe, and I make things out of yarn.
If you would like. I mean, obviously, if being a protector is too much of a task, I understand. It's stressful at times for me, so just enjoy your time here. Make friends, and we'll try to come back and visit you.
I'd really like to have friends.
Yes, well, I think there's a lot of people in this village that would love to be your friend. Magni and Modi, you remember the two twins? They're lovely, and they'd love to go on adventures with you. Absolutely. There's a talking goat that I think you'd enjoy. He's rather funny.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of ravens, and they're all very nice.
I like ravens. We have ravens where I'm from.
Wonderful. Well, don't eat them, and don't call them chickens.
I don't eat ravens. You end up with a mouthful of feathers.
Yes. Well, that's good. Don't avoid them. Who else might you like? I think you'd like everyone, really. They're all very fun. Sometimes they fuss with each other, but that's just because everyone comes from different backgrounds. So.
Oh, well. Thank you very much. You and the sleepy lady have been so very kind to me.
Of course.
No one's ever been kind to me before.
Oh.
They ran away. Thank you.
Of course. I had someone
I would
do
give
the
you
same
something,
for me.
but I don't have anything to give.
You don't have to give me anything. Just being here in this town and being friends with the people who I've known so long is gift enough. Truly.
Why don't you make her something out of yarn? You can make a lot of nice things out of yarn.
I can make her a beard, yes.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, keep going. Commit.
This is where we find out Torvald is actually beardless.
I mean, I wouldn't complain. You know, if Ira was able to get a beard, and I think it might look nice.
He's trying to turn you into a dwarf, Ira. Watch out.
I'll make her a beard. Yes, I will.
Well, I may have misjudged you.
I'll try it. And I'll like it, I'm sure.
All right. So as you're taking Olwen over towards your little house, you see the rest of the village of Sorlandsby. A few ravens perched on branches as you go past. Hello. As you sort of look and follow your movements, you see Eric in his front garden, sort of munching on some grass. And a strange plume of green smoke spiraling out the chimney over at the wizard's house. And other than dropping off Olwen, did you have any other business you wish to attend to in Sorlandsby?
I'm fairly certain Chrysara wanted to check out more potions of Felix's, but she is asleep. And Aldous is asleep too. So other than that, I don't know.
I think we should probably get going.
Okay. You leaving? Just
I believe so.
you head back down. Garen's just finished tying up your boat. You're leaving already?
Unfortunately, it appears that way. Would you mind untying the boat?
I can do it. You at least might stay for a drink or two.
You would think, but apparently, and he's going to look around, we have other things we have to get to.
Yeah, well, let's...
You want to stay there? Speak up if you do.
I'm not so much I want to stay as much as I'm not anxious to get back on the boat.
Oh, we can't do that forever. Do you have a good reason for staying?
Living?
Well, would you like to stay back while we go without you?
Yeah! And Garen pats you on the shoulder and then goes, you can help me sort the rats in the barn. And
I guess I'm going with you. I think at times you need watching over and sometimes looking after.
no, I mean, there really are rats in the barn.
I'm sure there are. And I know that you are truly the man to handle it.
Well, that's what my daughter keeps saying, but these are wily rats, these ones.
Well, at least they're not coyotes.
I don't know what one of them is, but
Or bad
The wily coyotes?
no, but no. Yeah, no. You know, these rats, they can open locks. It's really quite disconcerting.
The rats can open locks. Have they taken
but
anything?
just mostly food and also shoes. Presumably to live in. I don't know. Look, I've got it sorted. I was joking. Don't need your help on this. Some things we can handle on our own. We are very capable people. Let me just finish untying your boat and you can be on your way.
Very well. As
It's about starting to untie your boat.
If you guys continue on to the boat, Adair's going to kind of touch Torvald on the shoulder to hold him back a little bit and lean over to him. I did see the dragon again, so it does concern me a bit to be in the air at this point.
The dragon?
From my previous dreams.
You saw it in a dream, or you saw it with your eyes?
The same as in the dreams previously, which we have found to have some relevance to real life. They're not just dreams, Torvald.
I think we've established that, but I don't know that we can stay out of the sky just because you had a dream about a dragon. You had a dream about a frozen boat too, but we can't stay off of boats, can we?
We could.
But there's no way of knowing if that's going to lead us right down the path in your dreams anyway.
I know. I was just trying to let you know what I had remembered. Figured you were the one to tell, but...
I spent my whole life staying back in the forge and not taking action. And when we were attacked, I realized I needed to do something to defend myself. And now, I think it's better to be proactive. Go out there and do something.
That's why I'm here as well. It's not my chosen path in life, either. But I do think there's a point of being cautious instead of running in headstrong.
Well, we'll certainly be cautious. I agree with you there. It's very wise.
All right. And with that, he'll just shrug his shoulders and walk onto the boat, because this obviously ain't going anywhere without wanted it to. Got to work on those persuasion skills.
How's your charisma?
Horrid. You should know. You've talked to him enough.
Is it better than Torvald's though? Because I mean,
no, it's worse. Which is impressive.
Alright, so as Garen finishes untying your boat, he just finished securely tethering to the ground. Well, the question is, who's piloting the boat this time?
Are we flying or are we not flying?
I guess the question is, where are we going?
That is a good question.
We
How
can't
long have
ask
I
the
been
captain.
At this point, probably about 15 minutes.
Or we should let all this sleep a little bit longer.
Yes, well, as a paladin, you don't regain spell slots from a short rest. So
No, it's
short
just a
rest
long, yeah.
did nothing.
That's why I said we should have all this do it.
Yeah.
Adair is going to step over and look at the chair.
It's beautiful, elegant silver chair.
I dare to.
No pun there at all, right?
No, I dare you too.
Adair, you too. Yes, I got it. Well played, sir. Let's go look over at Ira. So you say you become one with the boat?
Just try it. Yeah, I mean, it
Just
kind
don't
of
try to fly
depends-
it. Maybe just move it forward a little bit.
It kind of depends on how much it takes hold of you. If it takes hold of you too much, then you kind of become one. But if you manage to resist it, you're kind of two entities almost. It really, I can't explain it. But just.
I mean, you did a pretty good job there.
Oh.
It sounds extremely unnatural and discomforting.
It is. Go for it.
He's gonna kind of take his hands. He's going to turn around, close his eyes, and sit down in the chair.
So, Adair, as you sit in the chair, Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Over there.
Over there.
Over there.
With care.
That would be a 13.
That's
But
fair.
beware.
Don't forget your flair.
If you have dice, I have a spare.
I don't care.
Adair, you feel your consciousness sinking into the wood of the boat, and you are no longer Adair Treeborn. You are a boat that was once made of trees from a far, far away land. You feel the history and the memory of this wood. It grew in a forest in a far distant land. Now has come to rest here in the cold waters of the lake. And you lose your mind in examining sort of the intricate whirls of the wood and the soft shift of the timbers. And the rest of you see as Adair's eyes just glaze over.
Ah, that's the bad one.
You can still attempt to move if you wish, but you are a tree that has been transformed into this strange form. What do you wish to do, Mr. Tree?
Should we pull him out?
I think we should let him wiggle around a little bit.
I am going to attempt to move the boat forward 10 feet.
Wow, he gave him. Every time someone gets in the chair, I realize everything I've done wrong.
It's like 3.1 meters, Tis. Something like that.
I know, it's like two short people end to end.
That's two of me.
Or one really tall and one really short person.
You're overcomplicating matters. Adair,
No such thing.
make me a check as though you were doing
A spell cast.
spellcasting. Yes, in your case it is wisdom.
That would be a 22.
The boat begins to move forwards very, very slowly. As this tree, Adair, you are a tree just onto a boat. You start to just move forward. You're in control of it. You're moving it, but there's no rush. You're a tree. And the rest of you can feel the boat start to move forward, sort of slowly, graciously moving, and then starts to slow almost as soon as it started to speed up. And you see, as it comes to a halt, it has moved forward about 10 feet and then stopped.
I think he's doing a good job.
He's being pretty cautious, which I guess is okay. But we're not gonna get it. We could just walk there.
Yeah, I suppose we could pull him out. Just because I think it's dangerous to not be able to communicate with us. So, I mean, I know he knows where you're going, but I think it'd be better if we had someone in the chair that could talk to everyone.
Are you sure that jealousy monster's killed?
That's a logical thing to say.
I know it was.
So what does that have anything to do with that?
I'm kind of lost, not gonna lie. All right, let's pull him out.
Okay. We'll pull him out.
All right. As he's pulled out, he's going to look at Bode and go, "That was amazingly peaceful."
It's pretty nice.
Did you get any information? Anything?
This boat, these trees, they're from a very long way away. Not anything I'm familiar with, if my my recall, as I call it, it's correct.
it was not, doesn't feel like any forest you've ever known.
Yeah, I mean,
The shape and form of the trees was just very different.
Yeah, it's not anything that I've witnessed. Now, granted, I'm not wide traveled, but I do know the forests and the trees and the land, and this was not anything that I'm familiar with.
Adair, I'm going to whisper something to you because if Torvald hears, he might think I'm silly, and I don't want that any more than he already.
Yes,
so
Ira?
here's my idea. You know how you have dreams, like visions?
Yes.
What if you fell asleep while you were being the boat? Do you think you could have like tree dreams?
It's possible, but if it's my thoughts, like Aldous and her kite, did she call it? I
Yes.
mean, who knows where that could take us and what that could result in. If I'm not thinking and I visualize I visualize the ship stuck in the ice. I mean, or what if I dream of us crashing into... I don't think I can sit in the chair anymore, Ira. And he's gonna walk
You're
off.
yelling, so this isn't a secret anymore. I didn't mean to upset you. I thought it might be fun. I'm sorry.
I understand, Ira. I'm sorry, but it's unsettling to me. I get the feeling that you take these dreams as jokes, and I'm not here because I want to make fun. I'm here because I am worried.
No, I don't mean to trivialize them at all. Really, I thought maybe, I don't know, if you could get visions, and perhaps if you were within something else, you could get visions that they might receive. I don't know. It was a silly idea. I'm sorry.
I'll think about it, but at this point, I don't think I belong anywhere near that chair.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you tried.
Yeah.
So, as your boat is currently about 10 feet away from where you'd parked it, sort of bobbing slightly on the surface of the lake. What would you like to do? I mean, 2 hours. It's still morning. It's a little late morning at this point. What is your next step? Who's flying this damn thing?
Torvald,
Oh, sailing.
where are we going next? North, right?
Oh, you could go north. Who's gonna fly the boat?
Oh,
I don't think we can get there in the water. Can we get there in the water?
Depends where there is. There's a lot of places that are north. Hang on.
The place where the raiders came from, up north.
Okay, hang on. Oh no! It always does this dramatic music as the map is comes up. I need to change that setting. So as Runa had described it, the raiders came from sort of the edge of the bitter ice, up the sort of up past the River Harsrod and Vadston Valley, up that sort of direction. So you couldn't get directly to where they are, where she says they were, by boat, but as they came on a boat, you have to presume that they potentially had some form of port, dock, sea adjacent place somewhere in the north as well.
Can we judge how long it would take to get there in the water?
From where you are now in Sorlandsby, let's... Please hold whilst I consult the table of how fast boats move. Which I think I bookmarked.
When you say there, Torvald, are you aiming to go along the river? River Harsrod?
Aye, we can go along the river, or we can try flying.
You would know, Torvald, as a resident of the area, that the rivers, the Vadston and the Harsrod, they're not navigable with a boat of this size. Like, we're talking sort of fast-flowing mountain rivers here with rapids and waterfalls. You might be able to get a small boat down them, but getting a large boat up them, unless the boat could fly, would be impossible.
Aldous mumbles her brother's name. Calder. While she's sleeping.
Is that town near Ice River Isfjell?
Isfjell. Isfjell is not so much a town as a village / even a hamlet, maybe. It's more really one extended family that are hunters and also farmers. The sprawling clan of which you are well acquainted with one member of that family. Eldest is from Isfjell.
Oh, duh.
Yes, so hang on, that's what I was doing. I was calculating distances. Please talk amongst yourselves whilst the DM does some quick maths here.
What was it that Aldous said just now?
Alter, I believe. It's her brother, right?
Where's she from again?
A small village to the north?
Or why don't we stop there on the way then?
I don't see why not.
Sailing, you'd say it'd probably take you possibly about, depending on the wind and depending on other conditions, about a day and a half or so to get to Isfjell from where you are now.
And flying?
You don't know how fast this boat goes yet, but based on the speed you were going earlier, you could probably make it in a day. Maybe less if you picked up the pace.
Well, maybe we should wait for Aldous to wake up and fly it to our hometown.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
What do you think, Adair?
Adair's going to take a look at him. He's going to walk over and sit back down in the chair.
Oh!
Oh no! Alright, Adair, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. This week on Chair Shenanigans.
This is so fascinating that you're doing this. What's going on?
He dared him. No. That would be a 19.
This time, that you feel the timbers and you feel the boat, you are still fully aware that you are Adair. You are not a strange tree from a distant forest.
So,
well,
well, that's debatable. Sensing if I can sense where they are standing in reference to where I am sitting through the deck, I'm going to turn my head, look straight at Torvald and Ira, and say, "Where are we going?"
Torvald's gonna walk over to Adair. Well, I'm glad you're still with us. We're going up north to, what's the name of the village again?
Isfjell?
Isfjell.
Isfjell. And
It is now.
it is the-
How good directionally would I know where the heck that is?
You have never been to Isfjell. You've never really been further north or east than Trellborough.
Yeah.
I believe the party does actually have in their possession a map of Isfjell.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
It's in Aldis's bag.
So it depends whether you'd have been shown that at any point. But without it, you probably would have the vague impression from Aldis talking that it is sort of further up the coast from Trellborough. If you head towards the sea and then...
Am I able to see
head
things
northwards.
or just hear and speak?
You can see them. Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Someone will have to point the way.
I'll guide you. And so will Thunder. And I'll put my hand on his shoulder and electricity through his body. All tingly and stuff.
Alright.
All right.
Adair, are you attempting to fly?
I'm going to, again, look at them and say, grab onto something.
I grab Torvald's.
I don't think I know you that well. There.
Hey now.
Wrong show. Come on. We keep it decent here, okay? Any more talk like that and I'm sending you to party foul.
You already persuaded me to run the boat. You already got me to run the boat. That's enough. All right.
Torvald's gonna put his hand like on the chair.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to lift and turn the boat northward at the same time.
All right. Make me that check and mark off a spell slot.
That is going to be a 19.
Yes, it'd be so anticlimactic.
I'm trying to be
Add
cool.
your
I'm
D4.
trying to take the dare. Yeah. No, I didn't add the D4.
There you go. It's at least a dirty 20.
So, Ira, you watch as yet another person successfully flies your boat.
It's a
Oh,
23.
she's gone!
We lost her. Oh no.
I didn't mean to
losing
upset her
everyone.
that. I didn't mean to upset her.
You weren't joking about the
Ira.
TPK, but we just didn't know it was our internet. She's just like,
It's the boat. It's the boat. That's what it is.
I'm taking them out one by one.
The curse of the
see a
Cloud
knife.
Maiden.
You just see a knife going through the green screen behind you. Like,
Shall we give it a few seconds
hey
and see
guys,
if she makes
we're,
it back?
we're gonna get a boat.
all right.
I'm gonna smash
Well,
everything until we get a boat.
we were almost ready to go to break anyway.
I don't
Okay.
think that's very wise, Krasara.
So, the boat lifts and rises up. Adair, under your control, and you see, turning round northwards as the sails fill, and the Cloud Maiden sets sail once more, away from Sorlandsby, heading to Azelford. And we will be back in 10 minutes or so. I think it's about 10 minutes.
Adair still hates boats.
Adair still hates boats. Let's see if we can manage to get some members of our party back.
All right.
Hopefully fix some technical issues and see. We'll see you soon. All
See you in a
right.
few.
Welcome back. We return to Isfjell and to our party on board the Cloud Maiden, as under, well, Adair at the helm. The boat rises up from the surface of the lake and sets off into the sky towards Azelford. The wind filling the sails as it pushes on forwards. How high are you going, Adair?
How high did Aldous run it?
Aldous ran it about 40 feet.
I'll go about 40 feet. But if I can control it significantly faster, I will go about twice as fast as she was going.
I'll say yeah. You can pick up the pace. So the wind filling the sails as it sets off and takes to the sky. And as you watch on, as it flies past, you see the waters of the lake scudding by beneath you. And time passes. You fly onwards. And no one obviously suffers from the terrible monster of jealousy. And as you fly onwards over the lake, you see a black speck circling up high in the sky and flies onwards.
Who sees that?
Adair.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, Adair's focusing. Actually, no, Adair, you've got a passive perception of like a billion. You
Yes.
just off in the distance, circling round. But
Torvald, did you see that?
I believe so. Right? Did I see it? My passive perception's 17.
you've probably noticed it.
It looks like a crow or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. I'm gonna make the boat bank a little bit.
as in bank downwards. Make me a check for maneuvering this thing.
And what would that be?
That's
Just
the same.
wisdom?
The same spellcasting one. I may fiddle with the mechanics of this at some point.
I hope you guys are holding on. That would be a 9.
So you perhaps overcorrect a little, and I'd like everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Even the people who are sleeping?
Oh,
People that are sleeping. I'm going
is she
to
tied?
I'm going to
Did we
say for
tie
the
her?
sake of Chrysara's absent player status and the fact that she is the inventor of the Isfjellian seatbelt, that she was probably tied to a bench.
We did get more rope.
Did anybody tie me down?
Unless you tied yourself down, no.
Not unless you asked.
Then I am failing that, I guess.
Make it a disadvantage.
15.
13.
15. Because I rolled a 15 and a 16. So
All right.
I got a 15.
What was that, 13?
Which shade of blue should I roll?
Torvald rolled
Dark
a
blue.
13.
Dark blue?
15 for Torvald. Okay, that's
Wait,
much
what?
better. Did someone say 13? Am
I
hearing
said
things?
13. Torvald's 13.
Oh yeah, I
1,
forgot you take away
3.
things from your...
The luckiest number ever.
All right, well, dark blue gave me a 6, so we're going to put those dice back.
Your dice
So,
jail is going to
as the
resemble
boat-
our
as the boat-
US jails. It's going to be overflowing.
As the boat banks swiftly, Torvald and Ira, you're thrown off your feet and you find yourself skidding fast and sort of heading for the edge of this boat at an alarming speed. You can take any kind of measure to try and halt yourself.
I'm going to engage
Let's
the grips on my boots. No, I'm just
I'm going to grab Torvald, which is not the
Wrong
best
game.
decision, but is a decision.
Turn on the magnetic locks. Yeah.
So without the two of you are heading over the rail. Eldest, you are now awake as this jolted you into wakefulness. You managed to just wedge yourself and catch yourself against the boat as,
I grabbed onto one of the benches.
yes, as you see Ira and Torvald.
I still never said I took the rope off.
No, you are still go hurtling down the side of the boat, trailing this long trail of rope that Torvald
I
had tied
reached
to.
for the rope.
All right,
I'm going
make me a
to...
dexterity check, Eldest.
It's a
Never mind.
D&D hack. You just
See how
have
this
a
goes.
Wait, do I
rope tied
still
to yourself
do
all,
I
at all
still have
times.
the guidance that Torvald gave
No,
me?
only lasts for a minute.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Use it or lose it.
So dexterity, that's a 5.
The rope snakes away from you.
Okay, so
Off
I'm going to
over
go
the edge.
ahead...
And Ira and Torvald, you are falling.
Yes, I'm going to go
Fast.
ahead and use Levitate on Torvald.
Okay. So, Torvald, you find yourself floating. And Ira still holding on to you
Okay.
as this is the boat banks round. Trying to think how. Ooh. I mean, Ira's not particularly heavy. So, say you're still going down slightly because there's two of you on one person's levitate spell,
Mm-hmm.
but you're no longer falling to your death. You're just kind of floating down gently like a balloon.
MacGyvered some slow fall.
There, we lost Ira and Torvald. Let's
Focusing and definitely not happy with what he did. Adira is going to attempt to maneuver the boat beneath them.
Okay. Make me that damn check.
Ira, I don't know if this is what you had in mind when you were talking about having a dance later.
I suppose it could be one, huh?
And I'm
Well-
pretty sure any guidance in anything has worn off at this point.
Yes, yes.
Sadly.
I thought you might be falling for me, but this isn't what I had in mind either.
Just leave them in the air. Just-
Adira apologizes
Don't fluster
for
me,
his
we'll
temper.
fall.
13.
13. Let me. And with a 13, I think that is... Right, got a whole table here. For you, that is just enough to get the boat back round again.
Thank goodness.
Down underneath. And Ira and Torvald, you see the deck appear below as you're drifting slowly down.
I grab their dangling rope and I tie it to the rail.
I'll say as the boat's still very moving, unless Ira and Torvald, unless you're sort of settling yourself on the deck, your levitate doesn't actually move you, and the boat is still moving forwards. So,
levitation is done.
So if you're not careful, you'll end up like trailing behind the boat. Like
We're parasailing.
You'll be keel-hauled. Yeah.
What a lovely date.
And as you settle your feet,
We could probably sell tickets for this. What do you think? Quite the view we got up here.
It is quite nice, but I think I'd rather be on the boat.
as your
I
feet
agree.
settle down back on the boat,
As our feet hit, Torvald's gonna just lead into a dance with Ira.
give it a little spin and a dance.
That was pretty quick thinking.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you were safe. It worked on Krasar earlier, so I thought I'd use it on you.
That's a
And
pretty nifty trick. That's for sure.
Thank you. It's just, it's something that I've always just kind of known how to do. Scared my parents, that's for sure.
I can imagine that being pretty startling.
Ira, Torvald, I apologize. I have a bit of a temper at times.
You did that on purpose?
Yes. But I didn't
Well,
mean
why
for
would
to
you
be
do that?
thrown. This is why I told Ira that having me control the ship in a dream would probably not be a good idea.
Well, is this about the dragon? I mean Raven.
you hear this screeching noise from up above, and at that point,
That's a pretty loud raven.
plunging down towards you, with wings outstretched, you see this silhouetted form swooping down from up near Wervencrest, and swooping down towards you. You see this long reptilian form bracketed by wings, and as I hear dice rolling, I see someone's preempted what I'm about to say. As it swoops down towards you, I'd like you to roll initiative, please.
Do I get a boat bonus? A boatness?
You do not get a bonus.
I'm gonna use my glow-in-the-dark dice this time. That's average. Which
I
is
got it.
better
Oh,
than bad.
Wake up, dragon. Okay, anyone higher than 20?
That's a funny joke.
Anyone higher than 15?
She's just on a roll.
Anyone higher than 10?
I got an
I
11.
got 12.
An 11 for Aldous.
A dare.
A dare.
The other
Aldous
A.
has a-
The other A. The other A.
No, a dare.
We
a
did
dare.
both of them in one stream. That's like an achievement unlocked.
Anyone higher than a 5?
8.
Well done, Torvald.
Oh, I had a 12. I don't know if you heard me.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay, that's better. And Aldous, what was that?
A 4?
Okay. It's alright. You're not the only one who has terrible luck today. Ira,
Krasara got a 0.
you are up first.
Oh,
Krasara got
boy.
a 0. Krasara got a resting.
So we are tied
wait.
to the ship.
Some of you are, yes. In fact, at this point, almost everyone. No, Alice is not tied to the ship.
Aldous is not tied to the ship.
Oh, that's good.
And Torvald is tied to the ship. Ira is just holding on to Torvald.
I have no spell slots.
I have to know that short rest. Was that a short rest?
You've had a short rest, Aldous. The magic words for a warlock. Alright. Ira, you're up first. Adair, you will be up next.
So there's a raven coming at us, yeah.
Can anyone speak Draconic?
What's the dragon saying? Dragon?
Oh, it's very clearly a dragon.
Okay, what's it saying?
It's just growling angrily. This is no understandable language. This is
Just anger.
Okay, well, I am going to I think I'm just gonna prepare. I'll channel divinity, sacred weapon, and then I will ready the action for if the dragon comes in range, I guess, or lands on the boat. I'll strike at it with my longsword.
all right. Adair, your turn.
The dragon is off to our. It is circling at us, or like coming in straight.
It's
as far as I can
swooping
tell.
down towards you.
Down
It seems to be-
towards us.
Yes, swooping down towards you at some considerable speed.
I would like to slide the boat to the left.
All right. Make me a damn check.
I knew you were going to say that.
When you've mastered boat flying, this will all come easy, but for now.
That's not a good face.
That will be another 13.
I was talking about Adair's face.
My face is
It looked
lovely.
like it was a bad roll.
No, this is a horrible face, but I'm
So
stuck with it.
If you slide, so you're sliding the boat.
Just
Everyone be prepared to move your tokens.
trying to move it out of the way of the dive is the idea.
Actually, no, I'll move the dragon rather than the boat. This is going to be easier. So as you sort of sliding it backwards.
Well, I was thinking, we've got forward momentum. I was just going to kind of take it to the side, so if it's diving, it might miss us. That was the idea.
Okay, so trying to like spin the boat a bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's. This is all going to fall apart. But be ready to move your tokens.
Sorry,
Like that?
folks. I don't know how to fly these things and fight a dragon.
Kursara falls off the boat.
She's tied on. Her feet are dangling in the water.
Oh
She's
no,
still asleep.
we've lost the chair.
This was all a terrible idea. Alright, so he's managed to twist the boat around sort of out of the dragon's sort of direct path, I guess. I will give you... hang on. I'm doing something brave here now. Hang on, bear with me one sec.
Now, it's not a spell slot every time I maneuver the boat, right? It's
No, that's just for
okay.
takeoff.
Okay.
Adair, you have
Yes.
control of the boat.
Oh.
The chair's
Oh.
disappeared for now. I'll sort the chair later.
Okay.
So, you now have control of the token that is the boat. Use authority wisely.
Oh, sorry.
Oh god, we're all gonna drown.
Alright. Adair, is that your turn?
Uh,
Are you happy with where that boat ended up? Is that what you intended, or if not?
as long as the dragon is not going to smack into the boat, it is what I intended. I was trying to get out of its direct path.
Alright, Torvald, it's your turn.
It's clearly
Let's
attacking
roll
us,
back.
right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I was hoping we could talk to it. Maybe some animal handling checks.
There is an angry-looking dragon flying towards you.
All right. Torvald is going to reach down and pull the spirit out of his axe with the lightning and energy and hurl it at the dragon. Try to throw it right down its gullet if possible.
You should have axe control, so go for it.
I was just going to axe for that, so thank you.
You should be able to drag your axe in. If you remember from last week. I granted you powers. I just remembered what I forgot to have on this map.
The cat. What?
The cat. I always forget the cat.
It's normally with the cat dragged in, but it's with the this.
Oh yeah, the cat is there.
All right. So we will make an attack at the dragon. That's not good. So that's going to be 12.
A 12 does not hit a dragon.
12 does not oftentimes hit a dragon. So then I'll also call down a bolt of thunder next to its ear and do a Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. All right.
Doesn't happen to have been injured from a previous injury.
No, but it's not a particularly wise dragon, this one, I'm afraid. So that's a 9.
Okay. That's going to take 7 necrotic damage then.
7 necrotic damage. All right. The angry dragon is continuing to swoop towards you. Aldous, it's your turn.
I am going to say, wait at the loudest I can possibly say it, and then I'm going to shout in Draconic, "What is wrong?" as loud as I can, so that everybody can hear it. Hopefully the dragon can too.
As it snarls down at you, you get the impression that this is not so much an intelligent, thinking creature as an angry, flying reptilian murder beast that's coming for your boat.
Okay, so in that case, I am going to Eldritch Blast the beast. I'm assuming unless my words counted as my action.
If you want them to count as it, you can try and. If you want them to count as an action, make an intimidation check or something. Intimidation check. And if you want to Eldritch Blast the dragon, Eldritch Blast the dragon. The choice is yours.
Oh no, I don't want to hit it yet with anything. So I want to intimidate it with my words in Draconic. I'm gonna stop what you're doing.
Make me an intimidation check.
That's a 6.
All right. So the dragon does not halt its attack, and the dragon swoops onwards and swoops down past where your boat was, down under the boat, and wheels round in the air, looking back down towards you. And it opens its jaws wide. And you watch frost and ice forming around its open mouth as its chest expands as it takes a breath in. And Torvald,
I wonder who placed our tokens on the boat conveniently in a cone shape.
I did not. You were in control of your own tokens. You've had an entire round to move. Also, the boat moved. It's not my fault you're standing in a cone shape. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
For everybody except for Adair?
Everyone except for Adair. And
That's
Christara underneath the bench.
It's a 2.
She gets absent player protection. It's a 2 for Torvald.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 16 for me.
Okay. And Ira?
That's a 9.
Okay. Let me just
Putting these dice over there.
hang on. Bear with me one moment. Hang on. 1. 19.
Now wait a minute. I mentioned this trick in chat the other day. Pretend you don't have enough dice and keep counting up more.
No, I don't
Intimidates the
think
players.
I don't think I actually have enough dice. I think I'm gonna have to roll these
Hold
twice.
on, I don't have 7 d12s, so no.
No, I don't have enough dice. I'm gonna have to do these twice. It's the truth. So quick maths.
Round down.
2 plus 6 is 3.
Yep. 7
Plus
plus
5
4
is 4.
oftentimes 2. Yep.
And then you're dividing it between the three of us.
Just yell out numbers while she's trying to do math.
And don't forget
That'll
to
end
take
well
the
for us.
square root of 5 billion and divide by that.
That's like what? 1,000 square root 5? I don't know. And Ira and Torvald,
Mm-hmm.
you each take 35 points of cold damage.
35?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Aldous, you take 17.
35 points of damage, huh?
Is anyone still conscious?
I'm still conscious.
Yeah, I'm still conscious.
That's good.
Is the thingy on Twitch where you can see our healths active right now?
It should be.
It isn't. It is not. But I think
It's
we conclude that the result is
Yeah, I'm at 1 health.
Ira, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, it's my turn? Lovely. Let's see. So the dragon is still in the air, yes?
We
Yes.
are all still in the air.
Everything
Oh.
is still in the air.
Correct.
And I'm not tied down to anything.
Mm. This is unfortunate, might I say. I will go ahead and when I use lay on hands, can I like split it between 2 people at the same time, or would I would have to do one separate action and then another separate action?
I think they're separate actions.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and go up to Torvald.
I think you
Right?
can just reach over and smack him if you want.
Yeah. I will go smack him. I'm gonna kind of lean forward and put a hand on his arm and look at him very scared. And I'm gonna give him 15 of my 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ira. Spread out.
Okay.
As Torvald's like
Um,
shivering. Thank you.
Yes. I will, with the command of spread out, I will head. If I spread out, I don't want to be near. Okay. I'm gonna be here. Here. I'm gonna be here.
All right.
Cool. That should be everything for me.
Adair.
Can I cast while in the chair?
As long as it does not require concentration, yes. Because you're concentrating on flying the boat, but you can cast other spells.
All right. I'm going to call upon primal savagery and cause spikes and thorns to grow out of the side of the boat, because I am one with the boat.
All right.
And I am going to turn the boat and twist it so that the prow of the boat hits the dragon. So it would be a melee attack with the boat.
All right.
So
All right.
With the butt.
Make a check. Let's see if we can make a check for this maneuver first.
So normally that would just be a melee spell attack. So
Yes, make it as it's a melee spell attack.
all right. That would be a nat 20 plus 6, so 26.
Okay.
Yes.
So
You weren't fooling anyone. You rolled a nat 1 on your deception check.
No, I did not.
As you spin this boat around, everyone get referred to move your tokens.
I mean, you guys still might get thrown off the boat, so don't get too happy.
As this boat spins around, anyone not roped on, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm in the middle of the boat, so from my perspective, it wouldn't be moving.
Yes, so keep your tokens moving. This is make me a dexterity saving throw, and Adair, roll me the crit. What is the damage
it's
for?
It's normally a D10.
All right, so roll me. That'll be 2d10 for crit damage. You know what? Throw me an extra d10 in there because it's a fucking boat.
And it's also acid damage if that matters for this guy. So that is 17.
Okay.
Not much damage, but it's impressive, right?
It was impressive.
Dex save, right?
I'm not sure if it was worth it.
Yes, so I got a 15.
Hey,
A 15?
Yes.
Ira, you managed to keep your feet. Aldous. Tipping off and sliding over the edge of this boat.
Okay, can I make a grab at the rail or something as I'm flying
You know
over?
what? Throw me one of the dex save in there. Torvald, what did you get?
I got a dirty 1, but I'm
You're still
also
tied
in
to
the
the boat.
middle, so I don't know if I get advantage because I'm not really moving.
You know
I'm
what?
up
I'll be
against
nice.
the
I'll be
mast.
kind. I've thrown a massive dragon at you. You're a barbarian down. You can have advantage.
All right, 17.
You can cling to the mast. As the boat goes round. Aldous, what did you get?
I think you said a 2.
The cling to the edge.
I originally, my original dex was a 2, but I just rolled a 9, and I think it is
Acrobatic? It's either you got acrobatics? Or dex save, whichever you...
It's a +1, so it's a 10.
I'll say you're off the edge of the boat and you're doing a classic action film. You've got one hand on the edge of this boat, just holding on for dear life. Down beneath you is this vast drop, and the down well, actually, I guess it's only. I mean, you're only 40 feet or so up in the air at this point. And
do I have any movement after taking my action of attacking with the boat?
yes, you have 50 feet of movement as a boat.
Well, I definitely don't want to lose all this, so that's going to alter what I would like to do. I would like to see if I can, since we're moving 3-dimensionally, since we are in the air and flying,
Yes.
bring the boat down and under Aldous to kind of scoop her up with the front of the boat.
All right, so you the boat down.
Kind of
Aldous,
tilt it down, maybe.
I'll say as the boat sort of goes down and tilting, like you're holding up the rail and the rail comes down, and you're able to just kind of fluff onto the edge of the boat, if you wish.
So how much movement would that have cost?
I'd say that's about what, straight down, probably about 10 feet or so.
Okay, I want to climb 40 feet straight up.
So Aldous, as you're on the edge of the boat, it goes shoo, up in the air,
Torvald just hurls.
and it's your turn, Torvald.
Get the raven, Torvald!
Ugh.
The raven is currently 40 feet below you.
40 feet?
Adair went up.
All right, I don't know so orientation and stuff. I guess my axe is gonna fly somewhere. I don't even know. I guess it can't get all the way there, right? because it's 40 feet down.
It can't get all the way to you. The axe was on the same level as the dragon. You've left the axe and the dragon behind as you ascended up into the air.
Okay, so I'll move that.
Actually, no, it's only
Close.
30 feet because you went down first. So yeah, it's 30 feet.
All right, so I'll send that over that way, and I will. Torvald's going to hold his hand out, like
I think it only has 10 feet of movement, right? The axe?
it's 20. I
Or was it
think.
20? All right, my mistake. I've never played a cleric, okay?
So I guess Torvald's gonna go over towards the edge of the boat and lean down, put his hand out, and he's going to fire a guiding bolt down there.
All right. No, you're rolling for the guiding bolt, yes?
Yep, it's
Yep.
an attack. All right, so that's going to be a 19 to hit. Does
That
hit
will
a dragon?
hit. Yes, that hits the dragon.
That hits a dragon. Cool. All right. And so that's going to be 4d6. So that's 18 radiant damage.
All right. This is starting to make a dent in this dragon.
All right. And then the axe is going to wheel around and smack the dragon. And that's going to be a 19 as well.
That will hit.
All right. So it's going to be 2 plus 5. So it's going to be 7 force damage.
All right. It brings us round to Aldous. Now, back on the boat. Just.
Okay, I have a question. I should have done this right after it hit me with the damage, but I have Hellish Rebuke. Can I use that now as an action?
You can use it as a reaction on the turn when you're attacked. Not
Okay, so I can't use that right now then.
It's a reaction, so when you're hit, that's when you can use it.
In that case, then I'm just going to use Eldritch Blast. And I am going to walk over to the side of the boat that it is on, grip onto the railing, and then throw a bolt in Draconic, and I'm going to say, "You bastard," as I throw it. So the Eldritch Blast, yeah.
All right, let's see if you can hit
That's
a
a
dragon.
19 to hit.
That will hit a dragon. We've established 19 hits a dragon.
And that's 5 damage.
All right.
Specifically force damage.
Specifically force damage. Always good to note. All right. All right, it's Alice's turn comes to an end. It's back to the dragon, which is currently 30 feet below you. So it flies down underneath the boat, 30 feet down. And then, as it's going to fly up and out, so as it's climbing up to being back on your level, it brings it back round to about here. It flies, so you've got the boat here. This is 3D fights. Never do them. Learn from your mistakes. The dragon down here swoops under the boat and then climbs up and banks round up here. And I need to find my D6 just to see something here. You are lucky. And it snarls towards your direction and prepares for its next attack. But can't do anything just yet. So Ira, it's your turn.
Okay. Ira doesn't know what to do. I guess I'll just go ahead. Ugh. No, I probably shouldn't though. Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and stay where I am. I guess I'm just gonna continue to kind of hold that action where once I can do something, I'll do something. In terms of it getting close enough in range for me to hit it.
All right,
But other than that, I can't really do much.
Mr. Boat. There.
I heard that Torvald was wounded. Is he still in bad shape? I will call out, Torvald, how are you?
I'm feeling a little better, but I think Ira's in worse shape than me.
All right. I will cast Cure Wounds against who I can touch, which would be anybody on the deck, I would assume, at this point. I'm going to really take advantage of this You're the Boat thing. And that is going to be a D8 plus 4 of healing.
That I roll.
Cure Wounds just one person, isn't it?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah. Ira.
Do I roll the D8 or do you roll the D8?
It's up to you. I'll roll it.
Is it?
It's his spell. Let him
It's
roll
my
it.
spell, dadgummit. It's my boat spell.
Well, that's what I thought. So I was just asking because I wanted you to roll it.
I'm just playing. That's 7. That will be 7 points.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so everybody is on the boat. How secured is everybody? Because I can feel them. Do I feel hands or mostly feet?
I guess you can feel sort of mostly hands, I think, at this point. Like everyone's like gripping on.
Okay. And the dragon is level with us?
Dragon is level with you. I'm putting a little
I see that.
marker on the side of hide.
By the way, guys, one of the things I love to read and do is submarine battles. So working in a 3D space like this is just really fun. But
Playing to your strengths.
Oh, it's a baby dragon.
So, again, because it seemed to work well against protecting against the dragon's attack last time, I'm going to take the boat up another 50 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, run or fight, as we do this. With a question mark at the end.
Run! Run!
All right. So as the boat sort of shoots up into the air, another 50 feet. Torvald, it's your turn.
So how far down is the dragon?
The dragon is currently 50 feet down from you.
Okay. Torvald will run to the opposite side of the ship. Can I reach it with a 60-foot range?
Down. We'll say for probably not by the laws of trigonometry, but for the sake of D&D ease, we'll say just about.
It also has a 10-foot radius, so it's more like 70.
Yeah, I'll say just about. Pushing it, but just about. My least favorite thing about 3D battles is realizing the need to do trigonometry.
Torvald's going to run to the opposite side of the boat and look down and say, "Thunder! Smite this dragon down." And I'm going to cast Shatter. So there's going to be this loud ringing noise, and it's going to originate from as far as I can get it, as close to the dragon as possible. And it's a Constitution saving throw, 15 DC.
Okay, Constitution saving throw for a dragon. That will be an 18.
Okay.
They're quite sturdy.
They're quite sturdy indeed.
Indeed. But you hear this
Yeah, and it's still half damage, so
of noise.
let's see here. All right.
Aldous,
so
you're up next. Be ready.
13 divided by 2.
Okay, that is 6 in this world.
And that is thunder damage, if that's right.
All right. The dragon sort of looks up at this departing boat and starts flapping its wings. And Aldous, it's your turn.
I also want to move the weapon as close as possible. I know I can't get to it, but
Yeah. This axe chasing this dragon around the sky.
I am going to run across to the same side that Torvald's on. I'm going to grab onto Torvald because he's tied to the boat. So I'm going to grab onto him, and then I'm going to reach over the side of the ship, and I'm going to make a motion like I'm throwing an arrow or a javelin or something at the dragon, and I'm going to cast Firebolt.
All right, let's go for it.
That is a natural 20.
nice.
So I guess plus the 6, it's 26 to hit.
That will hit. That will hit. You're raining fire and thunder from above on this dragon.
And I believe that's 2d10s because it's a
Yep. Double the dice.
That's 8 fire damage total.
All right. Oh boy, this dragon's angry now. Oh boy. This dragon is not having a good day. Let's just see. There's anger at this annoying boat. Outbeat its. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, this dragon is pissed. And it just, you see, angle itself upwards, and you see, I'm going to have to move the boat down. It just comes flying straight up, a full 60 feet in the air, and then wheels around on itself. And swoops down. Hang on, it's about that, so it's level, not above. And it is going to try and bite at Torvald. Because it still hasn't got its breath back, this poor sad dragon.
I'd say he has no chill, but that frost breath is pretty rough.
I think you put the dragon off its slide. Does an 11 hit you, Torvald?
No.
So as it starts to do, it slashes out with its claws towards Aldous. Right, just that was a critical fail. All right, new white die, the white dragon, as its final attack. It makes a last-ditch claw attack towards Torvald. Come on, you are a dragon. You are a dragon. You can hit things. Does a 14 hit you, Torvald?
No. No, it does not.
Moving swiftly on, Ira, it's your turn.
So it is now close enough to the boat for me to hit it, correct?
Oh yes, it's a event.
Cool. Ooh, oh, this boat's weird though. I'm not sure if I can. If I go. if I go right here, is that close enough? I think they're occupying the 2 spots where I would be able to hit it.
Torvald's gonna like lean over to Albus and give her space to.
Oh.
He's gonna like lean over a little bit towards her, and because she's holding on to him anyway, right? She's holding on to Torvald.
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll say you can get close enough up to the rail to attack this dragon.
She just attack over my head. I'm short. Just get right up behind me and just.
Ira's actually pretty tall.
Remember, the boat's probably still moving whilst this is going on. The dragon's moving. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of 3D stuff at play.
Great. Okay, well
Movement,
then
battle on the wing.
that's going
It's
to
alright.
be...
You're up close. All the better to kill you within a minute.
Oh, good. You're so correct because I am very low on health. Okay, well then that's just a hit with the longsword. Ha! Ha! That is a...
6 or 5.
Let's see. Plus 2, so 21. That's a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Good. And then I can't smite because I used all my spell slots. Ha 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 ha. So that's a... That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright.
Yes.
Dare. Or, to call you by your correct term, Cloud Maiden.
That's right. How bad is Ira that I can detect through the ship in my wonderful perception skills? I heard she wasn't feeling well as it was yelled out across the ship. Ira, how are you?
Not great.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level, so that will be 2d8 plus 4. Oh, and I can't roll, so I apologize. That is going to be 9.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so how high are we now? Air's going to start getting thin. That's all I'm trying to...
Hang on. By my meter, hang on. I did it, and it's 10 feet thing. At this point, you're about 130 feet in the air.
We're fine. I'm going to see, having heard you guys talk about ranges and things like that, I'm going to take it up 30 feet this time and 20 feet forward. So kind of shoot up at an angle a bit.
All right.
If anybody's got any ideas, let me know.
So how much further are you taking your boat up?
Maybe don't run away from my spirit weapon. So I can actually attack the dragon with it.
30 feet up and 20 feet forward. Sorry!
Alright. So if you move 20 feet forward, that's sort of... I'm just going to move this dragon, like back a bit, and the dragon is left down below as the boat rises up. I'm running out of room on my boat dragon meter. The ground sinks further below as you pull away from the dragon. The dragon is going to take an attack of opportunity against the boat as it just tries to rakes it with its claws as it moves away. But it misses. It misses. I will update you on boat AC details later. This is a work in progress. But that was an important. This dragon is drunk. This is the conclusion. But as you pull away, Torvald, it's your turn.
All right. Torvald's going to aim at the dragon. And how far away is it?
At this point, it is 20 feet down.
Okay.
And a little further back, so just within range of most spells, unless it's...
All right. And he's going to do the same thing he just did and call this piercing noise, but right like centered right on the dragon.
And that's,
And
what was that?
that's a con save, DC 15.
Con save is 9. That one. This is 16.
Oh.
Dragons.
Dragons. Can't live with them.
You can live without them, definitely.
That's gonna be 11, so like 5. 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay, but this dragon's starting to. It's definitely injured. It seems to be flying slightly wonky now. One wing not quite keeping up with the other. And Aldous, it's your turn.
Before I do anything, I'm going to, in Draconic, tell the dragon, please stop attacking. But I am going to reserve my attack if the dragon decides to attack us again.
Okay, what action are you holding?
My attack.
As in what? Yeah.
Oh, the firebolt.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare a firebolt for if it does attack us.
Yeah, that's right. So let's see. How's this dragon feeling? Still angrier than scared. As the dragon rises up back to your level. And wrong guy.
She's smiling way too big.
And as the dragon rises up, you see its chest expanding again. And it takes a deep breath. As it rises up towards your level. And oh god, it's the same ones of you again. Standing all in a little bunch.
That's on us this time.
That's on
That is on
Uriell, this is
us.
Thorvald. I need
We're
you
trying to
to
melee it.
dexterity saving throw, please.
You said dexterity?
Yes.
Do I have advantage because I'm being held?
No.
I rolled
Oh, God.
an 8, but I have a +1, so 9.
I got an 8.
Are they at all protected by the boat? Since it's coming to them, they're behind the railing and so forth. Would the boat at all be in between them and part of this as well?
I'll say. I'll give you a +2. I'll give you a bit of cover.
+2. Am I able to use protection in this situation? Probably not, right?
Depends on what the wording of protection is.
Protection while wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. I guess I count as within that bunch. But I can
Yeah, I
use
think
my
it's only
reaction.
from like.
That's an attack roll. Yeah.
Yes. This is a
Is it an
save.
attack roll
This
specifically?
is a
Okay.
save, yeah.
Got it.
I just have to ask though, since I know this blast is coming, could I use my
Okay.
reaction?
Yeah, make a dexterity save on behalf of the boat.
Not quite what I wanted, but good enough.
No?
Trying to
So we're
save you
making
from a
dex
little bit of
saves?
damage. That's a 4. I failed miserably.
No. You try and manage to sort of maneuver the boat to sort of protect and stop them. So what did you get, Ira?
For a dex save?
Yes.
Is that what it was? It was a dex save? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on,
And
be
you
lucky.
said a +2?
+2.
Great. That's going to be a 22.
Okay. This may be in your hands, Ira, depending on how many hit points you have. What was yours, Torvald and Aldous?
I got an 8.
Oh!
I rolled an 8, but +1, and then you gave us a +2, so I've got an 11?
Wait, we have a +2?
Yeah,
because
she
of
gave
boat
us
cover.
a +2.
Oh, so a 10 then. With the +2.
10, 11, 22.
Oh, there's a lot of ones here. There's a lot of ones here. You might survive.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, it would be nice, but let's see.
I'm sorry. Seemed like a good idea. Eldest and Torvald, you take 28 points of cold damage.
At that point, can my hellish rebuke take into effect before I pass out?
I think Hellish Rebuke. Nothing against you using it on a spell or effect, is there?
I think Hellish Rebuke is touch, right?
I should know this. I should know this. I played a damn tiefling. It's like my only spell.
The wording for it is you point your finger and the
Yes,
point your
go
finger
for
and
it,
the
yeah.
creature.
Yeah.
So I am going to point as the damage hits me.
Yeah. So dex save from the dragon.
He needs to beat a 14.
How is this dragon not dexterous? It's a flying lizard. That's a 12. So roll some damage as you call on the powers of hell to defend you in that brief moment. So roll the damage, Eldest. Ira, you take 14 points of damage.
Cool.
And so 28 for Torvald and Aldous. 14
Okay.
for Ira.
14.
14 damage, is that it?
Okay, so I rolled 10, 2, and 6, so that's 18 damage.
Okay. 18
And
damage.
then I think at that point I collapse, right?
I think so, yes. I don't know how many hit points you have. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's telling me I need to do death saves.
Not yet, though. Only on your turn. Only on your turn. Don't die before you have to. Not that I want any of you to die, of course. I want you to live on and be great, strong adventurers, so I can kill you with other dragons in the future. And this brings us round to the top of the round, and Irish, this dragon is definitely flying, like half of his wing is sort of wreathed by fire. It's not looking very happy at all.
Torvald's down too, by the way.
Adair!
Torvald and Aldous hit the deck.
Yeah.
Adair, weren't we going to run?
It's confusing. I'm told to run, and I'm told to stay in range of the spiritual weapon. It's a little confusing up here, Ira.
Well, the people who were saying otherwise are unconscious, so I'm the one to listen to, and we're running. But before I'm able to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use Lay on Hands for just 1 HP to bring Torvald up.
All right, so Torvald's back up.
Thank you.
No problem. Aldous needs healing too, though.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Of course. And then that'll be that on that.
All right, Adair, it's your turn.
I would like to disengage as an action and lower the boat the maximum distance that I can, so 50 feet.
So you don't need to necessarily. Well, you can disengage, I guess, as the boat. All right, yeah. So you disengage, and you're lowering this boat down 50 feet.
Yes.
Wait, hang on. 2, 3, 4. I can't count to 5. I keep getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep counting past 5 and I go. Maths, dear maths, it's a hard game. And so the boat goes downwards. The unconscious elders are rolling this way and that across the deck. And Torvald, it's your turn.
Is the spiritual weapon still out?
I think you're unconscious, so I think the spiritual weapon is gone.
I'm not unconscious anymore.
Well, you were unconscious, so I think the spiritual weapon
Don't
would
know.
have gone down. I don't think you can maintain the spiritual weapon. We'll say for now it's gone, and I'll read it up later.
It says till the duration or until you cast a spell again. Unless there's a rule of when you get knocked out, all your spells go away.
I mean, all the concentration ones do. Spiritual weapon are those weird things that feels like it should be concentration, but it is not.
The spirit of my weapon lives on.
That's. You come back to consciousness.
All right, so I'm gonna move it up. I think it's
Your spiritual weapon is gone.
It is gone. It's not concentration.
But I don't think it would last whilst
It
unconscious.
lasts a minute. I don't know how that works. But it lasts. It just says it lasts a minute, so I don't know.
All right. Well, you can make another one.
I cannot.
Oh.
Not make another one. All right.
I mean, you can. All right. Bring your spiritual weapon back. It was what, 20 feet down from where the boat is now?
Oh yeah.
It's down there. Yes. All right. Your spiritual weapon's still up.
All right. I'm gonna move it diagonally towards the dragon up 20 feet. So it's like underneath it.
Okay. So you move. So the spiritual weapon rises up till it's sort of level with the boat.
Yeah, and it's got like going like diagonal towards underneath it, and going to make an attack at the dragon.
The dragon is still 50 feet up from the spiritual weapon.
Oh, that's the boat. I got you.
That's the boat. So the
I see the dragon.
spiritual weapon rises to its level, but the dragon is up above.
All right, so I still got ways to go. All right, then I am going. Torvald's going to say, "Thunderer, pick Aldous up," and this energy is going to kind of like come down from the sky. It's kind of like a lightning bolt, but it's more like a radiant energy, and it's going to come down and hit Aldous as a healing word is cast.
Terrifying way to heal people.
It's like a divine light coming down from the heavens, basically. But it's just he just likes lightning bolts, so everything looks like that.
What? Wait. Is he got something to do with tempests or something?
What?
Oh my god, I didn't realize. Guys. Sorry. Right.
Okay, so that is going to be oh wait, no, I have Cure Wounds. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. I didn't realize I had that spell. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds instead because that's more. I'm right next to her. So instead, I'm gonna touch her, I guess. And 13.
All right, Aldous, you're back up, back into consciousness, and it's your turn.
Okay, so in that case, if I am awake now, I am going to stay prone, but that javelin that I was preparing, the firebolt javelin, I'm gonna just throw it up at the dragon that is now above us. The firebolt, and I'm gonna say in Draconic, "Go away."
All right, let's see if it hits. This might be enough.
That's another natural 20, and it almost rolled off the table.
Roll some damage. Dragon sort of in one wing trying to keep it up with the other.
And that is 12 damage. Fire.
12 damage. And this fireball shoots through the dragon wings, and it's definitely having difficulty keeping in the air now.
Does it look like the damage was more effective than normal, or about?
Not that you can tell. Not especially. But it's sort of staggering, trying to keep level, and as is that everything, Aldous?
Yeah, I think at that point I am going to get up and hold on to the railing of the ship.
So you get up, grasp the railing. You see the dragon wheels around in the air and then starts to fly away. Still up high above you. It's just flying, not as fast as it was before, sort of limp flying away. Sort of one wing trailing smoke with a hole in it. And as the dragon starts flying away, Ira, it's your turn if you wish to do anything.
The dragon's flying away.
The dragon is flying away.
I wish to do absolutely nothing.
Alright, there. Anything?
Aldous, which way to your village from here?
North and east from Shrelbro.
Who's the worst off at the moment?
I think it'd be me.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
So, if I presume you're not making any action to try and extend this fight with this dragon.
Yep.
As much as Adair wants to at this point, he's not going to. They said to run.
Nope.
We are going to pass out of initiative.
Garvald was going to shoot it, but
No. If any of you wish to continue fighting, then we carry on in initiative.
No.
That's 14
I
healing.
want to bring friends.
That's 14 healing, Torvald.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Torvald, you've got one last shot if you want to try and take it.
No.
I am not throwing away my shot.
I'm going
Gonna
to
rise
say,
up.
Hearing
Adair,
him
we gotta rise up.
Hearing him say this, I will move the boat in the direction of the dragon, the maximum distance that I can.
Alright, so you're rising up towards the dragon, or just keeping level with it down below it?
Whatever puts me closest to the dragon, that's the direction I'm
I'll
going.
say you can keep track with below the dragon, or sort of rise up to the dragon's level. Up to you.
Torvald.
For the record, Torvald did not say that. I did. I was making a Hamilton reference. So that was not Torvald. Torvald is just like
Don't know anything
in
about
pain,
Hamilton.
like, oh, okay. And shooting at it. For what it's worth, Torvald did not say that.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to continue on towards Aldous' village.
Excellent.
I am going to say as we're leaving, you should not have attacked us in Draconic.
I don't know what you keep saying to it, but it seems to make it angry, Aldous. Quit talking to it.
That's a 14 on the guiding bolt, by the way.
Oh, so you are shooting the dragon.
Yeah.
What's the range on guiding bolt?
120.
Alright, okay. So, at 14, that does not hit, but the dragon is going to wheel back around. And make one dive. It starts a dive down towards the boat. Aldous, you have your turn before the dragon, so you still get a chance to do something.
I am going to have to. I see it coming at us. I am going to
Diving down straight to
No, it's going to be another firebolt. Another firebolt. And I'm going to say, go home in Draconic.
Alright, let's see if you can hit a dragon.
10?
No. So, as the dragon swoops down from above on your departing boat. You're lucky. And Adair, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Use your wisdom rather than your dex, because this is a spell-related thing. This is a boat.
We might live.
As the dragon crashes into the boat from above.
That is a 19, so plus 6, so 25.
The boat manages to maintain its course, but there's now a dragon on the deck.
Throws the dragon off of it.
The dragon is on the deck now, claws scraping in the wood, and Adair, you can feel this as the claws.
Ow!
The dragon snakes his head forwards.
Ouch.
Aldous, I said quit talking to it!
And it growls out in Draconic. You will die for what offense you have caused today. And it's going to lunge forward with its claws towards Aldous. Dirty 20? So
Unless anyone has any reactions to the dragon attacking Aldous.
I do. Sorry,
I do. I have hellish rebuke.
So yes, both of you can take your reactions. I was giving a pause to allow reactions this time because I know I'm not always good at that.
Yes, I just happened to be leaning off the desk for a moment. Yes, so protection would be disadvantage on the attack.
All right. That still hits. That would have been higher. The second one.
Okay, so I am going to point at the dragon. Probably blood dripping off of me somewhere. I'm going to say, I said go home. And cast Hellish Rebuke. And that's a Dex 14.
That is a success, I think, from the dragon. Because that was a 17. Does it take any damage? Is there a half?
It's a half. So let me roll.
And then I'll tell you how much it did to you.
That's 14. So 7 damage.
7. The dragon is now reactified, staggering now. And Aldous, you take 15 points of slashing damage. This dragon staggers forwards. Ira, it's your turn.
Okay. Great. I will move closer to it.
Is Aldous
And
still
Aldous collapses again.
up? Okay.
Unfortunate.
I think I healed you for 13 and that was 14 damage. Is that what it was?
Ew. Okay.
Dang.
And then I'm going to... It's been longer than a minute in this combat, yes? Has it?
No,
But I'd be... No.
no.
It hasn't been great. Okay, then I still have Sacred Weapon. +2 to attack rolls. Great.
Someone will probably correct me. But...
Then I am going to go ahead and step up closer to this dragon and slice at it again.
All right.
Specifically trying to target the chest area that always seems to rise whenever it's about to make that magic attack. Really cold. So let's see how it goes. Oh, that's pretty good. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. And we got the good old D8. All right, it's 5 damage.
So as your sword sort of drives into the dragon's chest, you watch frost and ice forming on the blade as the dragon its gas, half of it is still on fire with this hellish fire. There's holes in it. It's like acid melted bits on it. And it staggers forward, and then with a slump, its chest, swords from its chest, it collapses down onto the deck of your boat.
Woo!
Its last death rattle.
So you guys can sell the body parts.
As the dragon is dead.
It was all part of our plan the whole time. We had to have it land on the boat so we can bring it to Felix.
Well, how's
What do
everyone
you
doing?
think, Dragon Slayer?
I mean, I wouldn't call myself bad. We all slayed it together.
Well, you had the final blow.
Admittedly, it is helping my pride a little bit. But I think we should just keep going and figure out what to do with an entire dragon body on our ship.
Torvald walks over to Aldous and puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "Thunder, heal her." And I'll
Good point for remembering that.
I'll cast healing
Dies whilst you're not looking.
cure wounds, the right spell. That's a 1 + 5, so 6.
We don't seem to roll too well on healing rolls for some reason.
I rolled an 8 on my
Oh.
other one. It just wasn't enough. She took like 1 point extra damage.
That was the royal we. I was referring to myself.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Aldous, you come back to
No, I
consciousness.
was told it was a 28 damage. and
Oh,
I
it was
at
28. Okay. never mind.
14 health because you gave me 14.
Oh, it was
That
14,
was-
okay.
Yeah, that was well good. Yeah,
It was a lot of damage, yeah.
that's right.
All right.
All right, I wake up again.
You wake up again to see the body of this dragon sprawled out on the deck beside you. This kind of almost like bluish green ichor blood's like spilling from it.
I am
Torvald-
just gonna lay there.
Torvald's gonna reach out his hand as the spirit of the weapon like goes into his hand, and he's gonna go, "Well, you need to learn to be faster, I guess." And he's gonna put it to his hilt and have it fuse back into his weapon.
Adair is going to reach out into the boat and see if there's any way for him to tell how is it okay? I mean, it took some damage. What are our options here for this boat that I am now part of, and I am hurting because it dug its claws into me?
You can feel scrapes on the deck. You figure it needs mending in some form. Either a good carpenter or a magic shortcut.
Would cure
Torvald's
wounds
gonna-
impact the ship? Sorry, Torvald. Sorry.
It's an inanimate object.
Does Torvald see the scarring on the deck of the ship from the dragon?
You can see the scrapes of the dragon claws through the deck.
Uh,
And almost Adair, if you look down to your arm, you can almost see these like faint scratches across your
Scratches.
arm.
Torvald's gonna go over to where he sees the scratches and stuff on the deck, and he's gonna put his hand to the deck and say, "Thunder, repair this boat." And you see like the lightning energy go through, and there's like gonna be like sparks kind of flying from one side to the other as they kind of like weave together and like pull the gaps together and like fuse it over the course of like a minute.
The pain goes away, Adair, as you feel the timbers knitting back together.
Yay! Sorry, I was waiting to see if anybody else said anything.
No. And then everyone's waiting for someone else to say something. Like, okay. They're sort of gliding along through the air.
And I will head in the direction that I believe is the correct direction for Aldous' village. at a decent pace. I'm not going to go slow, but I'm not going to go fast enough to knock anybody off the deck either. Again.
So you're gliding along onwards. Moving a little, it is moving a little slower than you moved before anyway, because you've got the added weight of a large dragon body on your boat.
I was also going to say, aren't we also up like 100 feet in the air or something?
Yes. Soaring up above. Oh, let's see. Get your boat token back where
Torvald's going to inspect the dragon too to see if there's any materials that would be useful, particularly making weapons or armor or anything like that, from his experience.
you can see the dragon's got these long, sharp talons, a mouth full of these, like, almost icicle-like, sharp, jagged teeth, this white pearlescent scales, and its wings, like the skin of its wings, quite singed, burnt, and full of holes at this point, so perhaps not great to use, but there's still quite a lot of scales and tough hide on this dragon.
If we're just flying along, Torvald's going to start just like harvesting the scales, anything usable that he thinks he can use.
Make me a survival check for dragon skinning.
Dragon skinning, okay. Jeez, that's a 7.
You're making a pig's ear of this.
Torvald will stop when he realizes that he's not doing a great job.
It's like shreds, and then you got like chunk of dragon steak, and it's really not what you were going for.
Torvald, we can ask my family to help with the skinning when we get to my home.
I think I could use some rest.
I think we all need some. I'm just gonna go, and I'll get up and I'll move over to where Chrysara has slept through the entire thing.
You really think that maybe there was something very wrong with whatever was in that bottle of stuff that Olwen gave her?
Yeah, probably.
Torvald's gonna pull the bottle out and look at it and contemplate, not listening to the instructions and just finishing it.
It's a rather lovely bottle. There's this little tag written saying "Don't drink it all at once." It's not the Earl's handwriting.
Thankfully, Torvald is wise enough to decide that's a bad decision and put it back in his pouch.
Yep. So, mark down your belongings. A 3/4 full bottle of clear alcohol. That's the only accurate way to describe this crime to the drinks market.
Is it Everclear alcohol?
I think this is a joke. I don't know what the joke is about.
It's not.
I think it's Moon Druid Shine, is what I think it is.
There you go.
I get that reference.
There you go. All right.
Yes.
Strangely, that's not in D&D Beyond. They don't have.
No.
No, it's not in there.
Well, yes.
It's classism.
Yeah. You sail onwards through the sky, passing into the sun's getting low in the sky. You can see Trailrow pass beneath you as you sail on upwards over Lake Blad. Chrysara still in this definitely unnatural sleep at this point.
Torvald's gonna go over and try to see if he can see if anything's wrong.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh, God. I mean, that's an 11 still.
There's something. She's not. This is no natural sleep. There's something wrong. Like she's perfectly not about to die. But there definitely seems
Just
something
like her
wrong.
lights went out.
You just can't really work out what it is. Like, all the power is just drained out of her.
Oh, yeah. It's unfortunate.
Wait, I've noticed by now that she has slept through the whole thing. I'm going to check on her, but I don't want to use medicine check. I'm going to see if there's anything magical that caused her to sleep like this.
All right, poking around, make me an Arcana check.
It was probably
Like-
just a squirrel and chewing some
squirrel.
wires or something. Yeah.
It was revealed that Krasara has been a robot all along.
That would
So
be
what-
a 9.
Doesn't look like any kind of magic you're familiar with. And you're familiar with some pretty weird magic. Alright, so the Cloud Maiden sails onwards, sunset behind you. The sun is now setting. Because as I said, it's about a day to sail from Sorlandsby up to Azelford, but you'd lost a few hours of the days originally getting down to Sorlandsby. So the question is, do you want to carry on flying through the night, or do you want to put down somewhere?
I think we should probably put down
We should rest.
and rest. Adair's probably getting pretty tired too.
Absolutely.
Take a break.
He's also muted.
Yeah, he lost his voice.
It turns out I was muted
No.
too.
Now look,
Killed his
I made it.
wisdom.
I made it. 3.5 hours without muting before I spoke. Right? I mean that's not bad. Okay. I will set as gently as I can. I will set the boat down in the water and then just slowly have it kind of come up to the shore at the best available place to stop. That looks like something's not going to eat us.
Alright, make me a check for a nice gentle landing. Because, come on,
Is that
everyone
going to
wants
be the usual spell
the usual.
checky thingy? Okay.
usual spell check. I will type up these rules and send them to...
I'm
You
afraid
guys.
I am tired, folks. That would be a 12.
That is enough. You are now fairly practiced with flying this boat, having maneuvered it up and down and round a dragon. For
Poor
a
Ira.
druid connected to the land and the forest, you've become quite at home in the sky.
It's made of trees. We get along.
It's made of tree. The boat settles down. The north shore is sort of a scattering of sort of woodland and sort of bits of field and farm. The south shore being more sort of rocky heathland land. It's up to you which shore you're heading for.
Ira, where would you like to land?
Wherever looks the safest.
Ira, you've flown the ship. I'm not really able to see much at the moment. I can feel it out there, but I can't take a look around, and I would defer to your judgment.
Which one are we closest to?
It's about an even shot. So do you want to go north shore or south shore?
Probably North Shore.
Alright. So take your boat up towards the gentle grassy slopes of the north shore. Sort of put it in by the banks, sort of clumps of trees. A little stream flowing its way out into the lake. A few reeds around the edge of the lake. A duck just swimming away.
Somebody throw Torvald overboard. He's already got a rope tied to him. He can be the anchor. Just kidding. I wouldn't say that for real.
Alright. So
If I feel that we are secure and the ship is not going to get moved by something, I will stand up out of the chair.
what kind of something would move a ship? The rask
Birds?
rises from the darkness of the lake.
random monsters that we keep seeing as
Fish lady with
something
big
pops
teeth.
out of the water, looks up at you.
You have no
A giant
faith in me.
slurping fungi.
A fish person riding a giant slurping fungus, shaped like a dragon.
There you go.
Sounds about right.
So, you settle down. The sun is setting off over the mountains, off to the sunset, the west. That's how sun works. Yes. No one's nodding.
I don't know how the sun works.
Good. Look, we don't have any sunshine here at the moment. Are you? What kind of camping arrangements are you making for the night? Are you sleeping on the boat, or are you sleeping on the shore?
I'd say we should stay on the boat.
I agree. I think we should stay on the boat. We should also have a guard rotation to make sure someone's always watching our back.
Sure. As long as we all get to rest.
I can take the first watch if you want.
Well, who's the healthiest?
Who has the
I suppose that
magic?
would be me.
Do you mind taking first watch?
Sure, I haven't been doing anything for the last hour.
Oh, okay, fine.
I've got it.
I
I've got it,
will
Ira.
take-
Rest.
I've been driving this.
Ira doesn't do well with teasing.
I so wanted an opportunity while we were doing this to be able to look back and go, "Don't make me come back there."
But you were sitting at the back of the boat.
I know. It just, I tried. So, I guess Adair will take the first watch.
Okay, so Adair's taking first watch. Do we have an order for the rest of the watches, or are you making it up as you go along?
I can
guess-
take the second watch or whatever, because short rests help me at least, and I've got magic that doesn't need spell slots.
Torvald, take the third watch, I guess.
What are the last watches? How many watches do we need?
4.
Well, wait, 4.
I'll take the fourth then.
Zara is dead to the world, so.
Yeah.
I think we
He's
should
powerless to help us.
I think we don't tell her anything about the dragon fight. She might be a little unhappy she missed it.
Oh, I have a feeling she'll get very unhappy she missed it. But, and I'm going to gesture at the dragon. How do we explain that?
We tell her that she fought the dragon and we brought it on board to drag it with us.
I agree.
We tell her we all killed the dragon together, and she celebrated with a little bit too much ale.
Sure.
She doesn't remember anything.
Now, just bring out that bottle of whatever and remind her that she was drinking this just before the fight.
All right. So, as you settle down for a nice, restful, safe night on the beautiful waters of Lake Blad, Adair, as you take first watch, I'd like you to make me a perception check, please, if you are keeping watch.
I am keeping watch, both attentively
I always
and
work on the
passively.
assumption that people are keeping watch, and then,
I'm sorry,
It's
what
always
kind of
one
roll
of the-
did you? What role did you want?
perception.
Perception. Okay, thank you. That's a 12.
Alright. So you're not very good at focusing for things, but you've got a general awareness of what's going on, because your passive perception is what, like
19.
20?
19. Just 19. Just 19.
That's all.
That's all. Nothing major.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if I pay attention, I don't recognize what's going on as much as if I'm just looking somewhere
So
else.
here's the question. Where are you focusing your attention?
That is true. That is true.
Which Which part of your surroundings are you focused on as the most dangerous bit?
Probably off into the water at this point.
Right. So you're focused intently on the surface of the water. Nothing seems to be moving, nothing seems to be going on out there. You hear around you in the general sort of sense of the forest and the trees that you're aware of. You can hear a few small animals rustling back and forth. A badger. It's nothing, nosing its way through the undergrowth. Looks up, sees you, and starts scampering as fast as its legs carry in the direction. And
Hi, Bob.
it did look as if it's somewhat familiar badger. It races off into the night. But your watch passes peacefully and without incident. And you're able to hand over onto Aldous.
Aldous. Sorry to disturb you,
Yes.
but it's time to trade off, and I'm sorry. I'm rather exhausted.
No, get some rest here. And I'm gonna pass him my cloak actually to make him a little bit warmer.
Thank you, Aldous.
Alright. So Adair, you settle in, you sink back down into those familiar dreams. See the shadow of a dragon. Ship wreathed in ice. Castle formed of crystal. That figure in the darkness, scrolling this sparkling letters. Almost like, I'm going to say the magical equivalent of this is someone doing sparkler writing, okay?
Okay. Can I tell anything about the shape? Male, female, tall, short, winged, horned?
No wings or horns, just this. Make me a perception check.
Lucid dreaming. Nice.
Lucid dreaming.
Well, I mean, if I can't ask, I gotta try. It's an 18.
Almost humanoid would be the best way to describe this figure. They're more or less humanoid, but every little subtleties about their bodies seem just slightly wrong. Length of the legs, the length of the arms, the way they move as they write seems too fluid, too like they've got more joints than a human would have.
Okay.
And there's that figure's writing fades into the rest of your dream, the glass staff shattering on the ground, lightning striking a twisted oak tree.
Mom.
You sink deeper, and then it fades into a more dreamless and less ominous sleep. Meanwhile, in the waking world, Aldous, make me that perception check.
All right, I am pacing the length of the boat, and I'm taking turns looking out onto the water and then out into the grass and the trees.
All right.
That's a 20, a dirty 20.
All right. So, out on the water, you get a brief glimpse of movement. At one point, you think you see like the seal's head sticking out and back down underneath the water. In the forest, you hear a slight rustling and movement. You hear Adair murmuring something in his sleep. But your watch passes peacefully and without incident. Torvald.
I shake his shoulder. Torvald, it's your turn.
All right. Did you see anything?
Just wildlife.
All right. Torvald's gonna get up and head out.
All right. Make me your perception check, Torvald. Nothing going on.
It is actually a 9 but
Okay.
and my
That's slightly
passive
better.
perception is 17.
It's the way you're focusing. You don't really notice much going on. You hear the rustling, the stuff moving of a cautious badger trying to sneak past. Have you ever heard a badger tiptoeing? That's what it sounds like.
Oh.
Your watch passes peacefully. And we move on to Ira. Last watch. As the night begins to lighten a little.
Ira,
Yes.
it's time for your watch.
Oh,
The light's coming up. So, there's the thing in the sky, the ball that comes up and lights everything up.
Yes.
That one.
Thank you.
So you should be able to see all right
Thank
for
you.
your watch. Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm too tired to tell if you're being insulting or not, so I'm just gonna go sit. Cool.
Ira, as you take your watch, make you if you're keeping watch, of course.
As she's leaving, I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and say, Thunderer guide you. And have, give her guidance.
Okay.
Excellent. Cool. Perception?
Yes, please.
That will be... guidance is a D4?
Yep.
Okay, so that is in total dirty 20.
Okay. So as Torvald settles down to sleep, Ira, you can hear sort of a few birds start to sing off in the trees. As the forest and things around you starts to wake, and you hear off in the distance a faint sound of someone playing the violin. It's just a soft sound. Someone out there somewhere is playing the violin.
Well,
Violin music.
that's lovely for them.
It's getting closer.
Okay.
Sounds more like it's coming from the lake.
Fascinating. I will go ahead and look over
If any
the
of you
side of the
violin.
boat.
So as you look over the side of the boat and off out across the lake, as the sky's being lighting, you can see a raft drifting across the lake towards you. And I can't find any violin music now. It's very tragic. And seated on this raft, sort of leaning back, appears to be a young man playing a violin. Drifting slowly closer.
Is he in shouting distance?
Probably, yes.
Hello?
Hello! He puts down the violin. God, because there's no music.
Because there's no music.
Good morning!
Good morning.
Beautiful day, I think. Looks like it's going to be.
Yes.
Just paddles at the water to his side a little bit to turn his raft round. Paddles. He's sort of heading towards the shore in your boat now. Is this your boat?
Yes. Is that
Beautiful.
your boat?
Yes.
Wow. Well, what are
I don't
you
think
up
I've
to?
seen you around here before. Sorry,
Okay.
no, after you. You first.
Yes, no, we're traveling. There's more than just me. There's multiple people, much greater than the amount of people that you are. Just letting you know.
insert number that's greater than yours here.
That is the most threatening, non-threatening threat I've ever heard.
That's what Ira's all about, baby.
Also looks around. It's like, I mean, I didn't think you'd manage to steer that boat all on your own. It's a bit bigger than my raft here.
Yes. Anyway, I was just gonna ask what are you up to?
Oh, just
today?
Thought I'd go out for an early morning rafting. It's a lovely weather for it. Crisp cold morning.
With
kind
your
of like
violin?
Oh yeah.
Is this just a thing that you do frequently? You just play violin on a raft?
Oh, not every day, but yes, it's a hobby of mine, one could say.
Huh.
Do you want to come for a ride?
It's her fault. Not particularly. I'm kind of keeping watch for the boat. So I do need to stay here. But I'm more than happy to listen to your violin playing from a distance.
Oh, it's much nicer closer too. But hang on, he just begins paddles the raft up and pulls.
Is he
the raft
using
up
his
onto the-
hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
He steps out onto the shore, just like pulls his raft up, gives a bow, and says, "It would be a pleasure to perform for such a beautiful audience.
Thank you.
Keep you entertained in these early hours."
Sure, I'd appreciate it.
And he sort of picks up his violin that sounds weirdly like a piano.
Oh, it's lovely.
It starts to play. It's very, very beautiful music. And Ira,
Yes.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to be 16. Oh wait, I had for my watch I had no, that was I used that for the perception.
Yeah, that
Great.
and that's,
yes,
that's
16.
that only lasts a minute, remember?
Yeah.
16.
And in the back of your head, you hear Ira.
So you just listen to this lovely music as he plays away. You don't feel any particular unusual effects. You think he's watching you. After a while, he sort of puts down his violin and goes, "Do you play any instruments yourself?"
Oh, absolutely not. I've never been good with music. I just enjoy listening to it. I apparently am a good dancer, though. I didn't find out until recently.
Yes, I heard. I mean,
Excuse me?
nothing. Just a rumor going around that there's a blue girl and a dwarf. They're both excellent dancers. That's just what I heard on the grapevine.
Well,
Anyway,
your playing was lovely, and
yes, it
therefore,
was a pleasure to perform to you.
yes,
for
it
you.
was excellent.
And sun's coming up. I'd better be heading off.
Yes, I agree.
But it was a delight to meet you again.
Yes, it
I mean, for the first time.
was lovely to see you again as well.
Yes, and sort of starts pulling his raft back onto the water. Steps back and goes, "I hope to get the chance to see you and your friends again someday." And starts paddling out onto the lake.
Sure.
You see as he paddles off into sort of the morning mist hanging over the lake. You see the raft and him slowly drift off into the mist until they pass out of sight.
Is anyone awake yet?
It's probably coming up to the time when the first thing will be starting to stir to wakefulness now. Unless you want to wake them, it's sort of the end of the long rest, so you can either wake them or over the next sort of half an hour or so, they'll probably start stirring awake.
Good morning, everyone. There's a fae in our presence. I think maybe we should leave.
What do you mean, a fae?
There was a guy, and he was on a boat, and he was playing violin, which was already kind of weird. And so he was coming up to the boat, and I thought maybe he was a threat. And so I informed him that there were many of us and that we could take him. But I did it subtly in case he wasn't a threat, because I didn't want to upset him in the event that he wasn't a threat. And then he kept coming up, and he was using his hands, which I thought was very odd. I was going to suggest he try to go to Sorlandsby, but I didn't get that far in the conversation, because he got to the shore, and then he started playing music on the violin, but it kind of sounded like piano, which I thought was interesting, but it was pretty. And then all of a sudden, I felt kind of like weird, but I managed to kind of stay through it. And he mentioned he was asking me if I had played musical instruments or anything, and I haven't played musical instruments, but I can dance, obviously, because we've danced together apparently. And so I told him, hey, I like to dance sometimes, and he said, yes, I know. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And he said there were rumors going around, but I don't think so, because that happened in the Fae world. And then he left, and so I think he's a Fae, and I think we should leave.
Torvald, where did you put that alcohol?
I think Ira found it. Did you catch any of that?
I'm gonna check in with Siri. Sindri. And,
yes.
Hey Siri, set me a reminder. Whatever she just said.
Sindri, who visited us while we were sleeping and Ira was up?
Aldous, you know what I said, how we don't all know each other?
I know, but apparently, and I'm saying this out loud for everyone, I understand that you don't all know each other, but you know of some, and apparently these were people this was a person who was there when we went and coupled the White Horse.
Well, you've answered your own question.
Fine. I agree with Ira. Let's go.
Oh, and he mentioned that potentially he might see us again, and so I think maybe they're watching us, which kind of freaks me out.
Oh, yes, most definitely they are watching us.
Why?
Because of how we left.
What do you mean?
Do you remember how we left?
I danced.
I remember it was in style.
Yes, well, do you remember Chrysara's story? And how they kind of let us leave, but didn't really want to?
Oh, yes, and they mentioned that they would probably see us again. Yeah, I don't like this very much.
Let's go find my brother.
Sounds good.
Aldous, do you want to fly the boat?
I look at Ira.
We've all had a long rest, correct?
Yes, you were all long rested.
All right. No longer at 3 hills. Cool. No, sure, I'll just go ahead.
No, I think you should try again. It might work this time. You've had a lot of rest.
Yes. Yeah.
Adair starts walking towards the chair. Well, make up your minds.
No, it's okay. I'm doing it. I'll do it. I
knew that would work.
Great. Wisdom save? Question mark.
Yes.
I found the spare rope and I tie myself to the rail.
I'd say 21 for the wisdom save.
You're completely in control.
Amazing.
No fear of coming about.
Torvald's gonna walk over and put his hand on her shoulder again and give her guidance.
Yay.
Right.
You can do it this time, Ira. I have faith in you.
Whew, okay.
Sorry, Thunder.
Lady Luck is hopefully on my side. So Ira is going to think about Torvald and her levitating in the air and kind of fixate on that little happy
Aww.
levitation. And then that'll be it's like happy thoughts, Peter Pan. And so she'll focus on that and then attempt to lift. Well, have we untied ourselves?
We're
Did
not
we
tied.
anchor ourselves?
We didn't tie, did we?
You didn't tie the boat to her, I think you just...
Excellent. Okay, good. Well, then she's gonna go attempt to lift off slowly.
Alright.
And that is charisma.
Yes.
Plus a D4.
18.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, as you think your happy thoughts, the boat starts rising up off the water, sort of parting the morning mist, with Ira at the helm this time. As the boat rises up and sets off on a new day, heading towards Isfjell. I can't say. I was so good. I was my epic description, then I just. As on a new day, the boat parts the mist, rises up, and sets the course towards Isfjell. Isfjell. There we go. And as the boat rises up, that is where we are going to finish for tonight. I feel like it's a good moment. Yeah. And also, Chill's going to murder me enough already for missing the boat's first flight and the dragon.
I mean, it was totally your fault.
I know.
You're the one that hit the power line.
I sent my army of squirrels out.
Totally.
Under my control.
Now, imagine how many of your squirrels got zapped when they chewed through those power lines.
Ooh.
Wow.
There are always more squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
She's a glass staff half empty. Glass staff empty kind of person.
Well, squirrels also carry bubonic
Glass
plague,
staff.
so I'll bring that up. That's a good
Yours
point.
do. They don't where I'm from. We are bubonic plague free. So keep your plague squirrels.
Plague 3 since 93.
Like
Things to be found. Hang on, I just need to. Once. So everyone, don't go anywhere. Stick around because what has happened? I was looking in Discord and some weird shit's happened. So I'm gonna have to just freestyle this. So stick around. In an hour's time, it will be Party Foul, which is crazy and fun. And yeah, lots of silly moments and some great people. And tomorrow it will be Eros, which is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, so old school system, epic fantasy.
10
Also
a.m.
very good.
Eastern.
Yes, times. That's what I was meant to say. Thank you. You're in charge of times now. And on Monday it is Garden of Eden, which I think our
7:30.
Rover here can tell us a little more about what's going on in Garden of Eden at the moment.
Currently, we are in the middle of a death crawl. It's a sci-fi themed D&D 5e campaign, and we are in the middle of a tournament of sorts with teams of 5, where it's like a gauntlet of puzzles and fighting and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's 7:30 on Mondays, Eastern time.
Right.
It is
And
awesome.
on Tuesdays?
Tuesday, 8 p.m.
Tuesdays.
Eastern.
Yes.
80.
We have Black Death with the wonderful Tamshu here, wherever he is, down on either side.
The Death Badger.
Yeah, the
Death
Death
Badger.
Badger. Oh, great. Thank you.
And of
needed
course
that.
our very own Aldous as
Estrid is the
Estrid,
character.
yes. I was going to call her Eleanor by accident, which the players in the game also seem to get the two confused. So
It has happened.
We don't
I
confuse
guess.
names here, so
no,
Yeah,
no,
never,
no,
never.
no, never. Top tip: never have two characters in a campaign with the same first initial. For starters, it makes
We've-
tracking initiative more faff when you're writing down his initials. Secondly, for some reason, two completely different characters named Adair and Aldis become, I don't know, Adareldis. Horrible hybrid creature. Yes, and last of all, I don't know, have we got anything going on on Friday this week with the one shots, or do we not know yet?
Is this
there might be. But
I
usually Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern are community one-shots. So it's going to be
Yeah.
different DMs, different systems, all kinds of different things. So it's cool to check out different games and different people.
Yeah. And between them, if you want to get your own D&D and other systems are available. Fix. We've got various community games up and running. People running one shots and bits and bobs over in our Discord, which someone can bring up a link to via the medium of Twitch magic. And once again, thank you for everyone who follows, subscribes, likes, and everything. Our music, we do Tabletop Audio and Kevin MacLeod on Roll20, and Sergei Narsakov, who does the epic one that I'm going to mix it with Alexander. There's two additional ones with. Sorry, I had all this written down before Discord. Had a massive panic. Yes, Alexander Nakarada and Sergei Narsakov, who are additional composers who have music, free stock music that I use, which is epic music. And I think that is everything. So join us next week on Isfjell as hopefully Krasara recovers from her mysterious incident. And maybe we discover what became of Krasara as we reach Azelford and hopefully catch up with Amalia and Calda. And as the
Ishbel,
group,
Session 8, How to Slay Your Dragon.
and as the group prepares to head north, seeking vengeance on those responsible now for 2 attacks against Frelbrow. What will they find on the bitter ice?